accepted the gift.
Alright, Savage Army, as you guys are pouring on in here, man, let me know in the comment section how the screen and audio are playing for you guys. We're about to get into some Resident Evil 4, bro. But first and foremost, man, any of you Savages that are just now joining the stream, I truly hope and pray you guys are having an absolutely amazing start to your day, as always. Now, I'm thinking about doing like a Resident Evil marathon, guys, leading up to playing Resident Evil 9. As soon as they hit that with a price drop, bro, you already know what's up. I've been a hardcore Resident Evil fan for basically my entire life. So we're going to be starting things off with Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I am on New Game Plus right now, guys, as you can see. Also, I'm on one of the hardest difficulties in the entire game, so you guys got to bear with me here, man. If we die a couple times, it is what it is. I was trying to figure out what was going on there. You have to back out.
Rooster Condor 1, I've got that intel you requested on Luis Serra. It seems he used to be a researcher for Umbrella.
Umbrella? I should have left that back.
Bro, I'll tell you guys this right now, man. If you guys have not played this game yet, this has by far gotta be. This has gotta be one of the best remakes of all time. The way that they have rebuilt this entire game from the ground up is absolutely astounding. I don't think I've ever seen a remake go nearly as hard as they did for this game. It's almost a completely different game, guys. They've introduced new mechanics. There's a parry mechanic now that you can literally upgrade your weapons on the fly almost. You can create ammo on the fly. They added a bunch of different stuff, man. A bunch of different stuff. It don't even feel like the same game. Let's see here. Do we actually have to go out of the crib? I think we got to go back out here to the merchant. So right before I started stream, we actually just triggered the cutscene. So we just met the big cheese of the village for the first time. If you guys have never played Resident Evil 4, bro, you're in for a treat. This is classic. So if we do end up doing the RE marathon leading up to RE9, here's how I'm probably going to do it. We'll start with Resident Evil 4. I'll go to Resident Evil 5 after that. I'm going to skip Resident Evil 6. If you guys have played any of the Resident Evil games, you probably know why I'm going to skip 6. It's just not it, bro. I don't know what they were thinking with 6. They tried a bunch of new ideas. They didn't really land all that well. So we're going to skip 6, go straight to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Village, and then leading up to Requiem. So we just saved that wolf. He should be able to help me out in this upcoming boss fight, if I remember correctly. Let's see. All right. We already explored everything up in there, so let's go back out around. Can you even get in through the front? You can. I know I'm not supposed to be here anymore, so where we gotta go here? Let me pull up the map. Okay, so we gotta go up towards the left. Wrong way. Dude, hold up. Do they want me to go back up in here? Wait a second, what did this guy just say? He said he's seen GTA 5 Hulk Destruction yesterday. Grand Theft Auto 5 Hulk Destruction, what is that? Is that like a mod for PC or something like that? Yeah, so if you guys are new to the channel, you might not know this. The way that I treat gaming, so gaming's kind of been one of my hobbies ever since a little kid. It's just something I typically enjoy to kill time, pass time, and just something for a hobby. very important to have something that you enjoy, guys, especially in the days that we're living in, something to keep you grounded. And during the summer season, I'll typically take off gaming and typically play heavily in the wintertime because you can't really do too much in the winter anyway besides just sit in a crib. So during my gang stalking, so like I said, if you guys are new, I actually wasn't able to play any video games for a long time anyway because God put me in my season of isolation. He didn't want me distracting myself with anything because I had a lot of stuff I needed to learn pertaining to my spiritual warfare situation and stuff like that. But we're not in that season of life anymore, guys, so I'm trying to get back to some sense of normalcy. And I actually did. I had a devotional plan today, guys, but I've had a cold the last couple days, and I knew that if I did a 4 to 5 hour stream today doing a devotional and devotional work, it would probably just put me down for another day or two because I do have a cold. I got like a sore throat situation going on. So we're going to do some gaming today, man. And for any of you guys that are just joining the stream, if any of you absolute savages enjoy the stream today at any given point in time, smack it with a big fat juicy savage thumbs up. If not, you guys already know what to do. But drop it down in the comment section why you disliked it and what you would like to see me do better in the next stream. All right, so we got to go. Hold up. Let's see if there's something I'm missing here. We're getting really close to the troll fight and the Loch Ness monster. That's what I call it anyway. That big sea serpent that you kind of take out with harpoons. So we're getting really close to both of those. I'm really low on ammo too, man. I need to hit a shop. Hopefully there's a merchant up here. All right, where do they want me to go? Let's evaluate this. It wants me to go right up here. Here we go. I don't know how I missed that. All right, which one of these? But speaking of Grand Theft Auto 5, that game is so popular to this day, it almost doesn't even make any sense. Guys, GTA 5 came out in 2013. People are still playing that game today like it just came out. GTA 6 is coming out at the end of the year. Absolutely phenomenal how many people still play that game. Considering if it came out in 2013, how many years ago was that? That would have been like 13 years ago, bro. 13-year-old game and is still played just like it came out yesterday. Craziness. I think at certain points, man, GTA 5 has had more players online at one time than some of the latest Call of Duty games, which kind of speaks volumes, guys. All right, man. So we're on professional mode. So this is one of the hardest difficulties in the game. Even if you were on normal mode in Resident Evil 4, you still want to kind of make sure you're looking everywhere around the environment because you want to be picking up all the loot you can. This is a survival horror game. I mean, you're not like really low on ammo as long as you're looking around decent, you know? But for the most part, you still want to kind of look in every nook and cranny, get as much ammo as humanly possible. And especially on this difficulty mode, bro, because one headshot does not do it. You almost have to peel these guys like 3 times a piece in the head just for a regular enemy. Well, it's a good thing I grabbed a couple of those. That ain't gonna work that way. Okay. If anybody's played the OG Resident Evil 4, didn't there used to be cows in this area? I swear there used to be like a bunch of... Whoa, what's going on here? There used to be a bunch of cows in this area that you could melee for a decent chunk of money. Hold up. Okay, so that mechanic you guys just seen right there is completely new to this version of the game. So parrying was not a thing in the original Resident Evil 4. They've almost completely redesigned the combat altogether. And it feels really, really good, bro. Hold up. Wait a second. Sarah, God bless you and your family, and it's nice to see you in the chat today. And thank you for saying that. Jesus loves all you guys, man. And if anybody ever tells you something different, please do not listen to them, okay? Seems like there's a lot of stuff like that going on today with people wanting to be in competition with other Christians and stuff. Guys, believe it or not, man, there's some people that get a bug up their butt that I even do content like this, like the only thing I'm allowed to do is stomp on Satan all day, every single day. Like, if you do anything else, you're not allowed to talk about Jesus Christ. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, guys, okay? So if somebody approaches you in that type of attitude or mindset, I would ignore them completely, straight up. Should be able to jump out there. There we go.
None left.
All right, where do they want me to go here? I gotta go to the church, which literally just blew up right in front of my face. Let me try to show you guys this parry mechanic real quick. As soon as she... There we go. Come on, one more time. One more time. Missed it. Of course, I don't want to risk that too many times. You guys see how much health she just clipped off me? So, really, every single shot matters in professional mode. All the ammo counts. You don't want to miss too many shots. But I do want to show you guys what this parry mechanic looks like, because it's pretty dope. So, in the OG Resident Evil 4, when you get a headshot on somebody, it basically pulls up the prompt to hit them with a melee attack. Same thing happens if you parry an attack in this game. So when you parry a melee attack, it opens up an opportunity for you to hit them with a counter attack. So it's actually fairly useful. But right now, I don't even have any health left for this knife. So I'm about to show you guys here in a second. If you look down in the bottom right of the screen, there is actually a health bar for the combat knife. And you can kind of upgrade this on the fly as long as you have the materials necessary. So they added quite a bit of cool stuff to the remake. Oh, hold up. Snake just came out of there, yep. This is tied to a side quest, so let's go ahead and flip him. If that's one thing the average savage is good at, it's clipping snakes. Man, we are really, really low on ammo right now. Hopefully there is a merchant coming up, dude. Hopefully. I'm not going to waste that spray. Alright. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got him. Alright, let's see if I can sell anything. I got a couple of these now. As you guys see here, it's not really the best thing to do to sell these jewels just as they are. You get a decent bit of money for doing it, but if you read the bold text here, you can insert these into other treasures and it'll make them like astronomically more money when you sell it. I'm only doing this right now because I'm already on New Game Plus, and I kind of already have a lot of really good stuff, so... We already got body armor. I've got a lot of these upgraded weapons. I've got the striker. Dude, look how expensive it is to upgrade the damage on that. This thing is already pretty peaked, though. Let's go ahead and repair this. Repair the knife. And then I'm going to buy a couple of resources here. We'll get spray. And then that's it. And we'll just stack up the rest of the money we got. Anytime, stranger. They don't let you shoot him in this version of the game, bro. In the OG RE4, you can shoot this guy. But, like, all the new guns you pick up, kind of test them out. Can't do that in this game. Hey, Day One Savage Austin, what's going on with you, brother? I hope you're having an absolutely phenomenal day. Yeah, so I was going over this a second ago. I did have a devotional planned for you guys today, so the next thing we do devotional-wise is going to be teaching everybody how to do warfare in the spirit. It's going to be really important for targeted individuals, but for today, guys, I've had a cold the last 2 days, so if I get on live and, you know, get passionate like we typically do for 4 hours and strain my voice even more, all that's going to do is delay content for the next couple days. days, so today we're just going to game. We're chilling. The weather out here in Canton is kind of drab today anyway, really stormy, cold type of day, perfect for gaming. And we're on the Resident Evil 4 remake today, Day 1 Savage Austin. Hold up, bro. Anybody in the chat a Resident Evil fan, by the way? I'm really heavily debating on doing a Resident Evil marathon, guys, okay? Running through this, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 7, and Resident Evil 8, leading up to Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Hold up. And if you guys are wondering why I'm going to skip Resident Evil 6, I don't know if you guys have ever played that game, but it's not that good of a game, bro. I mean, I could go back to it and revisit it just for, like, nostalgia, because I haven't played it in so long, but it's not that good of a game. Especially for Resident Evil.
Nothing yet. But they sure do have
This is one of the best games of all time, bro. And now with the remake, especially.
Oh, she's here.
Let's see here. I'm off work till Monday. Day 1 Savage Austin, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So I was going to be doing some Mortal Kombat for you guys a couple days ago, but I had to renew my PlayStation Plus and all that good stuff. We've got it renewed. We're set. We're ready to go. And we're going to be doing some gaming today, boys and girls, straight up. What I'm really trying to do right now in these like opening sections of the game is just stack up as much money as I possibly can, so I can get rid of some of these weapons and like swap them out for better ones, because I'm on New Game Plus right now. There's a lot of cool weapons that are available in the shop, but they're really expensive. Dead Disciple, what's going on with you, my brother in Christ? I hope you're having a phenomenal start to your day, guys. And listen, if my voice sounds raspy today, guys, just bear with me. I kind of woke up with a cold yesterday, and I woke up with it again today. So fingers crossed, this is the last day for this cold. But it's not really a surprise, guys. We're kind of, veering into springtime. And ever since 2020 when COVID hit, I don't know if you guys have been noticing this, but every single spring, bro, it's like I get hit with a different strain of COVID, because the sickness is evolving rapidly every single season. And our bodies really ain't built up for it. It's a new sickness, if that makes any sense. And it is rapidly evolving. So anyway, at the start of spring, ever since 2020, I typically get sick at least once when spring starts, and then I'm good for the rest of the year. So I'm assuming that's what this is. Yo, Josh, what's going up? Hey, listen, we got some straight up soldiers up in here already. God bless you, brother. God bless you, and take a smack of that grape gas for the Savage. And for anybody wondering, guys, yeah, I'm pretty much still taking a hiatus away from pot. For now. All right, where do they want me to go? We got to go back around and up through the church. So now we're getting to the part of the game where we're starting to get introduced to a lot of the main villains. Oh yeah, we're about to be fighting the Loch Ness Monster, dude. That's where we're literally going right now. So if you guys have never played this game, you're in for a treat, guys. All right.
Let's hope for no more surprises.
There's going to be a lot more surprises, Leon Kennedy. Bro, if you guys have seen any of the footage from Resident Evil 9, Leon Kennedy in that game is like 55 years old, and he is like full John Wick mode. It's absolutely insane, bro. They just go full-on superhero with the main characters in these games. You got to go into it knowing what it is. You know what I mean? You can't take Resident Evil too seriously. Oh, dude, Josh, you're a Resident Evil fan too, bro. Have you played this? Have you played the RE4 remake? This is ridiculous, bro. They literally redid the entire game from the ground. It's not even the same game no more. Like, it's based on the storyline. It's based, like, you see these areas they're the same areas and everything, but the gameplay is completely different, bro. They rebuilt it from the top, or from the bottom up, excuse me. All right, do we have what we need here? No, we do not. No, we do not. So, since you're such a big Resident Evil fan, bro, have you already got to play Resident Evil Requiem? That stuff looks ridiculous, bro. I was a huge fan of Resident Evil 8 Village. And by the way, I kind of want to replay that again too, but we're just going to go one by one and down the line. So we're starting here. The next game I'm going to play is Resident Evil 5, which is actually the entire campaign is available in co-op, the entire thing, which is really cool. This game does not have that feature. And then we're going to skip Resident Evil 6. It's just not my thing. We're going to go to Resident Evil 7, then 8, and then Requiem. Hopefully by the time we get all those games completed, RE9 will be on a sale because right now it's $70, bro. I haven't paid $70 full price for a game in a long time. And hey, bro, everybody better enjoy that price while it lasts because I'm telling you, as soon as Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and they charge people $150 for a copy of a game and get away with it, from that point forward, games are going to be expensive, bro. They're already expensive. But this is how it goes in the gaming industry typically. If they get away with stuff like that once, all the other developers are going to start following suit, just like they did with microtransactions. And we already know what happened with that, bro. Completely changed gaming as a whole, and it's still that way. Let's see. Dead Disciple said, I love 4, and RE9 looks out of this world. Bro, they merged this gameplay with the Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 gameplay. So there's 2 protagonists. You play as Leon Kennedy, and his gameplay is more like this. And then there's a new character they introduced, and her gameplay is more like Resident Evil 7. So they merge both of them and add and kind of like compound on those 2 gameplay styles. It looks ridiculous, and the story builds on a lot of story threads that they kind of haven't touched on in a really long time. Oh, hold up. Got him. They just don't make games like this no more, Savage Army, bro. They don't. This game is a video game. Like, they made this with the concept in mind to make a fun video game. They don't really make games like that no more. It's all about the graphics, the story, and stuff like that. All right, we got to dial in. We got to dial in. We can't multitask too much, bro. I'm on, like, one of the hardest difficulties. 3 Remake gets the dub over this one mostly because of game time. Bro, I was just thinking about that yesterday, bro. So I'm in the minority here, guys. I wasn't a huge fan of the Resident Evil 2 remake just because of the way the game plays. Like, it's all full-on survival horror. And, like, dude, your guns in that game literally are like pea shooters. The game is not designed for you to actually kill the zombies, okay? You're supposed to, like, run away from them. And it just didn't mesh well with me, if that makes sense. But Resident Evil 3 remake was phenomenal. The problem was it was, like, 4 hours long. So it was like really, really lazy on the developer's end, but what was there, the 4 hours of gameplay that's there is phenomenal. All right, let's go to the lake. Bro, I want to play RE9 so bad, Josh. I'm just not down to spend $70 on it right now, bro, because I know it's going to be like a 10-hour game, and $70 for 10 hours of gameplay, even if it's like the best game of all time, it's hard to justify that, you know what I mean? All right, real quick, let's shoot him. Do I have any health? I got 2 health sprays, bro. We're good. Give me 1 second, Dead Disciple. Once I clear these fools out of this cabin, I'm going to answer that question. So I have played Kingdom Come Deliverance #1. I have not tried the second one yet, and here's my experience with Kingdom Come Deliverance. It seems like a very ambitious game, but it's one of those games that, like, you have to have patience with it to let the game really open up and stuff like that, and I haven't put enough time into it to allow that to happen. Same thing with Elden Ring, man. I feel the same way about Elden Ring. Even though I'm a Dark Souls fan, now listen, I'm not a diehard Dark Souls fan like a lot of people. It's not like my favorite game of all time, but I do enjoy those games. I never really got into Elden Ring because I didn't put enough time into it to allow the gameplay to kind of gel with me, you know? But I'm sure that's a phenomenal game. If I actually sat down and invested time into it. Hold up, wait a minute. Guys, when you get older and life starts getting busier, bro, it gets kind of difficult to play a 100+ hour video game, you know what I mean? Even like a game like this is like a 30-hour campaign, so it takes a decent bit of time to complete it. Bro, I mean, I would love to play some of those games. I really would. I would love to play, like, you know, Elden Ring. I would love to play, even beat Far Cry 6 and games like that, but they're just so long, guys. You have to invest so much time into them. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Bro, he just came in literally hot. Literally hot. All right, bro. Dust him. Dust him. I shouldn't have wasted that. Let me stop yapping for a second, guys. They're clipping me. Don't have my aim. I need to get that laser pointer, so you can get the laser sight in this game, but it takes a lot of, like, special currency. Hold up. Flip her and get out of there. Really low on ammo, boys. Good news, though. We should be close to a save spot. Dead Disciple, I see where you're coming from with that. I think my problem is that, like, I'm such a fan of so many different types of games, you know what I mean? That, like, it's hard for me to only play one game at a time. As you guys can probably tell, I mean, ever since we started doing gaming streams, I'm, like, actively running 3 or 4 games at the same time. If that lets you know how the Savage's brain operates, you know what I mean? For me to, like, stay at one game and that's it until I beat it, especially if it's a long game, it's got to be, like, ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, hold my interest the entire time. What's going on here? This is where you fight that ogre. I think you have to fight the sea monster first, though. Sheesh. Even that dog took 3 shots at the dome piece. Yep, it's down here. Oh, Day One Savage, Austin. Listen, what kind of question is that? You already know I got a piping hot cup of coffee sitting right here in front of me. Matter of fact, since you mentioned that, I'm taking a swig of it right now. Cheers. Cheers on the coffee sip with the pinky up and everything. You already know what's up, guys. Inked Up Jesus, what's going on with you, my brother in Christ? I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far, man. We got some soldiers up in here today. Speaking of RPGs, didn't a really big RPG just come out? Crimson Desert. Has anybody tried Crimson Desert? I've heard so many mixed opinions on that game. I was interested in trying it. I think there's a demo available for it, but I've heard so many mixed reviews on it. I don't know what to think of it yet. All right, let's see here.
Good things on sale. A deal well struck.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't really want to tune up this pistol anymore because I want to get a better one. So I'm going to leave this alone for now, and hopefully by the time I hit the next merchant, after we beat this boss, I can sell this and get a new pistol. I'm gonna continue to upgrade this, though. The Striker shotgun is ridiculous, the Stingray sniper is ridiculous, and the Killer 7, if you guys have played Resident Evil 4, you already know what's up with this. This thing is a headshot machine.
Anything else I can help you with, come back anytime.
Let's see here. We got Emilio up in here. God bless, bro. And you started doing content growing bud? I'll tell you what, as soon as I'm done streaming, I'm going to check that out for myself. God bless you. And I can't, help me out, brother. I can't remember which company you said you worked for. AIR Wellness? If I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize, but correct me in the chat. God bless you, though, brother. I'm definitely going to check that out. Let's see here. Just hustling and grinding, cleaning, and doing what I got to do, and it's getting better for sure. How about everybody else? Absolutely, bro. How's everybody doing, man? Even if you guys ain't targeted individuals, how's life been treating you guys? Especially, bro, it's crazy out here right now. It really, really is, guys. So being able to do stuff like this is also very important. You guys got to maintain a healthy balance. I mean, if we're just taking life seriously to the teeth all day, every single day, I don't feel like, you know, that needs an explanation of why that's not mentally healthy. You got to be able to have a healthy balance, guys, and maintain a balance in life. And right now, bro, being able to just unwind, chill, relax, and take your mind off some of this craziness that's going on in the world, I think it's needed. I really, really do. Ooh, bro, I'll tell you what. I tried some Later Days flour. I think it was like 6 months ago or something like that for the very first time. One of my family members had picked up a tenth of Later Days flour, and it actually was pretty good. I was really surprised by it. I mean, it was sticky. It smelled really good, bro. Burned really good. Terp was on point. Smooth. Good effect. And that was the first thing I tried from him. So If I was still roasting right now, I would be interested in trying some other stuff. You're doing God's work, brother, and God bless you. As long as everything's clean over there for KYND, I know some of these companies out here are pushing remediated flour and stuff like that, guys, okay? If you don't know what remediated flour is, you know, before I even explain it, let me just tell you, it's not something that you really want to be smoking. Let's just be honest. So remediated flour means that the flour has molded, and it's got a lot of mold on it. So they push it through this machine that basically radiates the mold off it. They push the weed through radiation and stuff like that. And it's such a big deal that in the system, they have to put a caution sign next to all the products that are remediated, but they don't tell the customer what's remediated. Most people probably never even heard of what that word is or what it means. So be very, very cautious, guys. All right. We're about to dig into this Loch Ness Monster boss fight. This is very iconic. If you guys have not played RE4 ever, you're about to witness one of the most iconic boss fights in gaming history right here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have bought at least one more health spray. But we're going to do this first try. We're going to do it first try, Savage style. By the way, guys, if any of you guys are gaming today, let me know in the comment section. What are you guys playing on today, bro? If you're out here in Canton, let me tell you what. It's a perfect day to just relax and play some games, watch a movie, chill, write some music, you know, make some art, draw, paint. Perfect day for that. Super cold today, super dark, and super rainy. Oh, before we fight him, I got to get the gas canisters. How could I have forgot about that? Check the map real quick. Sub-objective. So where are these gas canisters? I have a feeling, guys, I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit. I don't think the gas is down here. I don't think it is. So, Dead Disciple, if you don't mind, bro, take me through it. What's up with Kingdom Come Deliverance? I remember when I played the first game, it kind of reminded me almost of like a Skyrim. But I didn't play it nearly enough, so I don't want to speak on it too much and like mislead anybody just in case they're interested in playing it themselves. But that's kind of what it was like letting off to me. It was like almost like a Skyrim type of medieval game. Really, really in-depth RPG. All right, I'm assuming we got to go back up here, guys. If my memory serves me correctly, I don't think the gas is down there. I think it's in here. All right, so we came in through there. To be fair, I'm upwards of almost 30k right now, so by the time I beat this boss, I should be able to get rid of that pistol for a new one. There's some gas cans. That's not where it's at, though. I think I got to go down here in, like, a sewer type area, if I remember correctly. So I can't do really nothing down here because you need the boat. Fair enough. Regulicious, God bless you, brother. I seen you a second ago. I forgot to say what's up. I hope you're having a phenomenal day, too. Every single one of you guys, man. I think that goes without saying, but I truly do hope that every single one of us is trying everything in our power to be speaking nothing but life and positivity and manifesting a positive mindset, man. It's going to take you further than anything else, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know, when it comes to life, guys, I learned this a long time ago, but I'm still reminded of this to this day, especially after that gang stalking crap. But when you go through hard seasons in your life, it's not really a matter of things happening to you. It's a matter of things happening for us, guys. Because the adversity is going to push you into making the hard decisions that we wouldn't make otherwise, if that makes sense. So don't get too down on yourself, guys. If you're going through a hard season right now, it will pass. Just like every other season, no matter how good it is, mid it is, or bad it is, they always pass. And just try to think about what you could learn from that dark season, guys. I know it's really hard sometimes, especially if you're being gang stalked and stuff like this, but the reality of the situation is that's the only way to move forward from it, you know? All right, real quick, guys. Oh, no. I can't even get no health packs.
What you see is what I've got.
Yeah, he's out of them. Alright. Hey, listen, I'm assuming I gotta go down here, because I don't think I used this. Target practice. Oh man, I think this is something new that they added to this game too. I am not interested in that whatsoever. Alright, let's go back up. I just need to find the gas. I gotta find the gas. Oh, Regilicious said he loved Resident Evil Village. Bro, Resident Evil Village might be one of my favorite Resident Evil games ever made. And the reason why is because the entire game is centered around werewolves and vampires. And I love the lore behind like werewolves and vampires and stuff like that, guys. I listen, I was a kid that came up on like, you know, Werewolf in London and movies like this. Blade, bro. I am such a fan of Blade, it's not even funny. And I can't believe it took them that long to finally incorporate vampires and werewolves into Resident Evil. It's super dope, dude. Super dope. All right. Anybody that's played Resident Evil 4, somebody help me out here. Wait a second. There we go. We have to go all the way over there? Holy cow, Savage Army. Why? And the question is... Hold up. Let me look around here. I gotta go in there. That's where I gotta go. I don't know how I missed that. There's a cave right here. How did you miss that? I don't have a flashlight. Alright, there's about to be a mob of enemies down here. I can... Oh, yep. Yes, sir. Didn't even give me a chance to stealth my way in here. By the way, stealth is also something that added to this game. This was never in the original. Oh, hell no. We got a sub-boss already. See if I can craft some ammo. Ooh, I guess I'm just going to go with shotgun shells. It's probably the strongest thing I have. And then we'll get the herbs going. All right, let's do it. Let me get a nice position going here. You definitely want like the upper hand, the upper ground. Oh, back up. Holy cow. Bro, look at this guy. Oh, dude, this is not looking great. I got a duck, and they're about to blow themselves up. Run. Come on. Sheesh. Give me a second, y'all. This is intense. I don't want to die here. Let's go ahead and heal up. John Wick. Yo! Take him out. Oh my god. Is he done? Alright, let me get out of here. We actually did take him down, which was the most important thing. Yo. Please move. I don't want to do this, but they're definitely going to take me out if I stay down there. That's for sure. Let's hope and pray, bro. We got a health pack in here. No? I don't have anything to heal with. This is a problem. There we go. There we go. We're set now, because I can combine these two. It probably isn't going to heal me all the way, but it'll be good enough. All right, bro. Sheesh. Just took his right leg off. There we go. Okay, so what you guys were seeing right there, if you don't, some of these enemies, okay, they don't die right away, and they'll like mutate and morph into a stronger version of themselves. So if you don't take them out before that happens, bro, now you're dealing with like a sub-boss. All right, let's go around. I think that bull dropped something. Can I climb up? Nope. No shot. I know there's at least one more guy left. I hear him. They're shooting bolts. Where are you? I got my sniper, actually. I could go crazy on him. Nope. There we go. He should have been the last one. Alright, let's see here, man. Super grounded and realistic RPG. I find it faith-affirming, too. Really? Every building is accurate to the time they pulled all the land deeds and planning permission from that era. Probably the most accurate game to step back in time. I'll check it out. Let me ask you one more question. Do you think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is better than the first game? Because right now I have access to the first game. I think it's available through PlayStation Plus. So I can literally download it today and give it a go. When I say that I've barely played it at all, I mean I barely played it at all, bro. I got like maybe an hour into the game. I think I was just too young at the time that I played it when it came out. I just didn't understand how to play the game. That game came out when I was pretty young. I was a teenager, I think. So if I return to it, it might mesh with me now. How do I get up here, bro? Look at all that stuff. All right, let's just get the fuel. It's all the way up here. I heard a mine. All right, we gotta go over here. This is like a maze, bro. Oh, that's what I was hearing. I don't even think I could have crawled under that. All right, boys, where is this gas at? Really? So Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 you don't think is super necessary to play the sequel? Hey, bro. I'll give it a go. Is there a demo available for the second game? I'll tell you what, bro. I checked the graphics on that game. Now, usually I'm not super big on graphics. Like, when it comes to gaming, guys, I would much rather have fun gameplay than good graphics to look at. Graphics are usually a bonus to a game that's already fun to play. But I will say, from what I've seen of that sequel, it looks phenomenal. Like, it really does. It looks photorealistic, bro. I'll even argue that this game almost looks photorealistic. Look at it. It's crazy. It's crazy how much they changed this game. It's so old, bro. Resident Evil 4 came out when, like, the PS2 first released in, like, 2004. Oh, yeah, we got some coin now. That's for sure. And every time, if you guys see a snake and I don't see it, somebody shout it out in the chat because that's linked to a side quest. Come on, big dog. I don't like wasting... Oh, hold up. They just keep spawning. This is why I need a new pistol, because I've already maxed out the damage on this thing. Oh, hold up, big homie. Big Papa. Look at him. Look at it. He's got his head sideways for me, bro. Don't break your neck. All right. To me, this is one of the funnest parts about Resident Evil, bro, is just like exploring the environment because you really do get rewarded for exploring. We only need 2 more of those, too. And speaking of Resident Evil, I guess since we're on the topic of it, guys, do you guys think they're actually going to remake Resident Evil 5? Because if you go back and play Resident Evil 5 now, and I've been playing it the last couple days, the graphics on that game are still pretty good, honestly, and it still plays really good. So I'm not sure if they would go out of their way to completely remake that game. I would be all for it if they did, though. Resident Evil 5 is super underrated, guys. I honestly, I feel like RE5 might be better overall than this game, just because there are sections towards the end of this game that are kind of annoying, bro. And the deeper we get into it, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. Also, this game is fairly long. It's like a 30-hour campaign. Resident Evil 5 really doesn't have that, bro. It doesn't really have, like, one area in the game that just, like, takes you out of the experience. You know what I mean? Hold up here. I got to turn around. There we go. Got it. Man, we really had to go on like a whole crusade to get that gas. Kind of reminds me what it used to be like before weed got legalized. You used to have to go on like a whole adventure to secure a bag of weed. Now all you got to do is make an order like you're going to McDonald's, bro. Some states are ahead of the game. Listen, I've had this idea for a long time that I'm never going to capitalize on because I'm doing other stuff. But like somebody needs to get cracking on like a dispensary delivery system in Ohio. Nobody's done it yet. So they have like weed maps and stuff like that for other legal states, but we don't have nothing like that here. And I feel like it's just begging for somebody to do it. You know, they literally have DoorDash for almost everything. For getting groceries, you can get your groceries delivered to your door. You can get your prescription pills from the pharmacy delivered to your door. So why hasn't anybody come up with a dispensary delivery system yet? I think that would be a phenomenal business idea. All right, we got the gas, so we don't really need to be over here no more. Let's go back to the lake. Let's see. I wouldn't even recommend. Okay, I'll be streaming maybe tomorrow night, if not Saturday, if you want to get a taste. Yeah, absolutely, bro. And I am subscribed to your channel, so when you do go live, I should get notified. Now, here's the thing. I guess I've already brought this up a couple times, but Inked Up Jesus was just telling me this a little bit ago earlier today. That he's like Savage, I haven't seen you on live in quite some time, and I was like, bro, I've been pretty much, you know, putting content out just as much as I always have. Maybe I slowed down a little bit there just to take some time for me and God, but for the most part, I'm still doing the same amount of content, guys. The problem is YouTube is not recommending my content to barely anybody. So when I go live, usually you're supposed to get a notification that I'm live. A lot of people haven't been getting that, and that's typically just what happens. Like YouTube, bro. Their platform changes almost every single year, and the way the algorithm works and stuff like that. That's why I tell people all the time, if you're going to do YouTube and stuff like that, just make sure that you truly enjoy it, bro. You know, don't throw all your happiness in content creation and stuff like that. You really got to enjoy it because, you know, it's like a roller coaster, man. It's like peaks and valleys with it. It don't always look like a straight shot. You know what I mean? All right, boys and girls, are you ready for one of the most iconic boss fights in gaming history right here? The Las Plagas. Let's go. Leon S. Kennedy on assignment. Yeah, Inked Up Jesus, that's pretty much what's been happening, man. Like, shorts get through and all that type of stuff, but since I put out a lot of age-restricted content the last month doing reviews and stuff like that, so for anybody doing YouTube, man, if you're locked into a certain type of content for a really long period of time and then you start switching your content and the style of your content, that will affect the algorithm. And especially when you got age restricted content, that really affects everything when it comes to YouTube. So I knew that going into it. You know, I did it because I wanted to do it, but because we did do that, now we're going to spend some time getting things back on course, if that makes any type of sense, guys. So the longer I go without uploading age restricted content, the less we're going to see issues like that. You know what? I'm going to wait until I beat this boss, but there's actually something I want to add to that I feel like is very important for people to hear. So, somebody remind me once we're done capping this guy, but this right here, if we can do the whole fight without getting hit one time, bro, first off, that should unlock a trophy. Man the harpoons. Oh, I forgot about this.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Big fish. Chill, cousin. He still didn't hit me, though. Yo. Did they update this boss fight? Alright, Savage, you gotta work on the aim a little bit. Yo. You already know what's up, 5838. God bless you and your family. And welcome to the stream, bro. Alright, did he take health off me? I think he might have. He did. He took a little bit. Can I even heal? You can't even heal, guys. You can't use any items for this boss whatsoever. Alright, that was a problem. Let me lock in. Holy cow. I did not expect that. He took almost my entire health bar, bro. Come on, big dog. Don't get hit by the trees. You actually can get damaged by those logs. Did I actually just die? Alright, Savage Army, so first try is unfortunately not going to happen. We literally just got swallowed up by Jonah. We literally just got swallowed up just like Jonah. Holy cow. Alright, we got to get that aim on point, bro. That aim was horrendous. This guy says, I love Ada Wong. Well, you're in for a treat then, because amongst the fans, and I was just, literally, I just heard somebody say this yesterday, out of all the Resident Evil games, apparently the Resident Evil 4 remake adaptation of Ada Wong is allegedly, according to a lot of the fans, pretty much the best adaptation of Ada Wong's character. And since I went back and looked at a lot of the old games, I think they're actually right. But we haven't come across Ada yet in the main storyline. By the way, in Resident Evil 4 Remake, is Ada a playable character? Do you still get her campaign? If so, I have not played. You know what? I just answered my own question. They did put that in this game, but it's DLC that you have to pay for. And in the original OG RE4, I'm pretty sure it was like unlocked after you beat the story. In this game, you have to pay for it, so I have not played that DLC. Guys, I really don't buy DLC unless it's like worth buying, you know what I mean? Bro, I came up on video games being completed on the disc, you know what I mean? Gaming, just like everything else in the world today, has become all about money, you know? And when you add money to anything creative, it ruins it. Yeah, that's just the truth. Bro, I still got fond, guys, you have no idea, bro. I still have fond memories as a teenager. Actually, I wasn't even a teenager yet. 2005, I was pretty young. Playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on release day on the PlayStation 2. Bro, some of the best memories of all time, bro. That PlayStation 2 era, unmatched.
Come on.
Are they kidding
Fill the
me?
tank when you're done.
They're kidding me, Savage Army. I literally have to go back and do that all over again, not just the boss? There's no way. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm literally running and just grabbing the gas and getting out of here. I'm not wasting a bunch of ammo and stuff. I can't believe they did not checkpoint that. That's insane to me. Really? All right, bro. Let me lock in real quick. I'm straight up beelining this gas. I am not wasting no time. Look at this guy, bro.
There you go.
Get out of here. Just run. Just run. Watch this, though. I'm about to go and get this gas, and they're still going to end up making me kill everybody. I see it. So when we get out of here, I'm going to have somebody remind me if I forget. I'm going to have to hit that typewriter so we don't go through this again. But we should be able to beat that boss second try. It's not a hard boss, it's just a really iconic boss. Oh no. Thank goodness I still have a knife. Thank goodness. Alright, let's get out of here. Bro, Leon's run speed is a little bit slow, I am not gonna lie. Let's try to group all of them over here and blow them up, dude. Well, you know what? Get her at least.
Give me a break already.
Oh no. Oh no. Alright, first off, we'll craft shotgun shells. I gotta get out of here. I don't have any health. Come on. I got lucky there anyway, guys, because I didn't have a knife left. Yo, 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 yo! This is a problem. Yep, I seen that coming a mile away, guys. Bear with me. I'm about to light a cigar up. First cigar whole stream. By the way, guys, if you guys are just joining or enjoying the stream, smack it with a big, fat, juicy, savage thumbs up, son. And drop it in the comment section what you guys are doing today, man. Still a beautiful day, but the sun's not really shining. It's a perfect day to just chill, relax, and do something you enjoy. $5838 said, I agree. Money ruins art. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And unfortunately, that's basically what we've seen when it comes to gaming, movies, music, basically everything, because everything today has become all about money. Everything. Everything. Nobody does anything because they're passionate about it anymore. You know? And it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Alright. Is there anything... Alright, let's see if there's anything I can get from him to make this a little bit easier to bear. I don't think so. What guns does he have available? Like, he's gonna give me $200,000 for that? That's a lot of money. What guns does he have available, though? I don't see any guns. Alright, we'll check that out. We'll check that out once we're done with this boss, man. There is some stuff up here. Let me grab it real quick. Oh, got clipped there in the corner. No, I used it on something else. So I guess you have to be able to get more of those. I thought that was like a one-off key. I guess not. Damn, you're in California, brother? God bless you, bro. Soak up some of that sunshine for us, man. Now, to be fair, man, out here in Canton, it's not been terrible lately, but the weather's just been so up and down, it's not even funny, bro. Like, if we get a sunny day, it's for one day. Like, the next day is probably going to be freezing cold. It's pretty cold out today, if I'm being honest. I really genuinely cannot believe they make you do this entire thing again. That's insane. So you got to beat this and the boss without dying one time. Ooh, I didn't even think about that, man. I didn't even think about that. Since the typewriter system is still in this game, there might not even be a checkpoint system. I didn't even think about that. All right, let's go ahead and craft ammo real quick before we even head in here. Shotgun for sure. Go ahead and craft the herb too, why not? Craft the herb. I'm gonna need 2 more of those.
God damn it. Here you go.
Alright. Let's see if we can just take him out now, man. Before we even get... Yep, he's done. See how good this shotgun is? This thing is ridiculous. This is not the starting shotgun, that's for sure. I'm also kind of wondering if in professional mode, the window for parries is like smaller because it feels like you have to hit it just perfectly to get a parry, bro. The timing seems a little bit finicky. Yo, come on, man. See, if this was Resident Evil 6, since we brought it up earlier, bro, in Resident Evil 6, they run so fast. It's like, it's not even a survival horror game anymore. It's like an action game, almost like Gears of War. I almost wish I had that mechanic right now, because Leon is running so slow, bro. Didn't get it in time. See what I mean? If you don't take these ones out before they transform, they end up coming back as like a really beefed up version of a zombie. And they take forever to kill. Alright, man. Alright, let's just go and get the gas. I think there's probably only a couple more enemies left, so we should be good. And then definitely, I'm hitting that typewriter, so we ain't doing this again. Gotta go up and around. Get out of the way, bro. Sauce.
Give me a break already.
Damn, look at all these snakes. We're about to get that side quest completed, like, right now. Alright, man. I cannot believe we had to do that again. Oh, let's get him for sure. No, bro!
Come on.
I have no ammo. Alright, we did it. Let's get out of here. And definitely hit that save. That was clean. See what I mean, bro? That should have been a parry right there. It really should have been. Alright. Another one bites the dust. That should have been the last one. Damn, now we only literally need one more of these. I don't even know what that gives you, if I'm being honest. Can I jump? Nope. How did I get over here? Go. He literally backed up into that himself. That was hilarious. Like the word of God says. What does it say? Savage Army, help me out here. Your enemies shall fall inside of their own traps, bro. Every single time. Every single time. So, since we're on the topic, any of my targeted individuals, man, if they're trying to hit you with spell work and they're trying to hit you with witchcraft and negative spoken word curses and stuff, I want you to really remind yourself every single time that they're not attacking you, they are attacking themselves. And they really, really are. Unfortunately, some of these people are so narcissistic, it takes them a really long period of time to finally realize that. Sheesh. Oh, come on, bro. I forgot I even got body armor. Alright, watch out. Literally hitting, bro. Day One Savage Austin, bro, if I'm being honest, I could be wrong about this. Is this available on PlayStation Plus, guys? If not, I know for a fact, we finally just got a parry, guys. Oh my gosh. But I know for a fact that the deluxe edition of Resident Evil 4 Remake right now is like 15 something on PlayStation Plus, which honestly, bro, for 15 bucks, that is a steal for this game. This is a really good game, and it has a lot of replayability. So, like, as you guys see here, this is my second playthrough on this game, and it's even better the second time around because you carry all your weapons over, and you can upgrade all your guns in this game. So the way they kind of do it, the first time you play the game, you just don't come across nearly enough money to fully upgrade all your weapons, so you have to do a second and third playthrough to fully upgrade your guns. And then when you beat the game for the first time, when you come back in the second time, they give you a bunch of new weapons, bro, like a bunch of new weapons. So this is almost going to be like a new experience, even though I've already beat it. And I think they have other Resident Evil games on PlayStation Plus. So Resident Evil 8 Village is on PlayStation Plus, and that's newer than this game. That's the game that came out before the newest one, RE9. And Resident Evil 8 Village is phenomenal, bro. We're going to be playing that on stream here soon too, but I want to beat this one first. honestly, Resident Evil is phenomenal. I think they've been doing a really great job the last several years, man. Ever since they made RE2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4 Remake, and then they did 7, 8, and 9, they completely revitalized the franchise, bro. Like, even playing this, for it being based on such an old game, right? It feels so fresh. It feels so clean. The gameplay is really, really smooth, you know? If I went back and played the OG Resident Evil 4 and showed you guys what it looks like side by side, you'd probably crap yourself, bro. That's how much they really put work into this remake. Now, normally, guys, for remakes, they don't really work on them that hard, you know what I mean? They're typically more like remasters. This is why I'm so excited for the God of War trilogy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, they are remaking, they are not remastering, they are literally remaking God of War 1, God of War 2, and God of War 3. It's not a remaster. They've already remastered all those games. It's going to be a remake just like this, where they literally rebuild the game from the ground up. I cannot wait for that, bro. Listen, out of all the games that I grew up on and all the games that I'm really a big fan of, the OG God of War games, bro, that's my childhood. The OG God of War games. The first God of War game I ever played was God of War Chains of Olympus for PSP, because one year for Christmas I got the red PSP that came with Chains of Olympus. Ever since then, bro, I've literally been a diehard fan of God of War ever since, bro. I pretty much like every single game they've made. Here's my biggest fear though with the remake. I really, some people might want this. I really don't. I hope they don't remake the original trilogy with the same combat design as the new games. I don't want them to do that. I really hope it's the old school combat style, the old school camera. It'd be really cool if they did that. Don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? It would still be fire. I'd be there day one. But since they are remaking them, it would be really, really nice and refreshing to see them go back to the old school style of gameplay in the combat. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, there is no other game that's come out since the OG God of War games that's even replicated that combat system the way that they made it. You know what I mean? Same thing for Batman, guys. There is not another game that's come out since Arkham Knight that even comes close to that combat system, which is really sad because after they flopped Suicide Squad, I don't know what's going on with that company, bro. Rocksteady Studios might not ever make another video game again because they honestly might have went bankrupt after Suicide Squad, which is sad, bro, because Batman's one of the best games of all. I mean, it really is. It really is. Let's see, bro, Batman Arkham is stupid. Even Arkham Asylum is stupid to this day, guys, to this day. All right, what do we got to sell here? We got 2 of those. And we literally already did that. That's what I'm talking about.
Real professional.
All right, what can we buy, though? This is all I can get?
All my wares are in tip-top shape.
Repurchase. So these are guns I already had, but I sold in my first playthrough. Look at how many guns. And this ain't even all of them, bro. The deeper we get into this game, it's just going to give me more guns, more guns, more guns. And you really have to kind of choose which guns you take into combat. So it's really cool. You can kind of like tailor make your class in this game. And then all the guns you get, you can upgrade too. So this is the original shotgun. We do not want that. I need a pistol that's a little bit better than the one I have. And unfortunately, I don't think there's one available. Oh, wait a second. I'm wrong. It's this guy right here, the Magnum, the Broken Butterfly. The Broken Butterfly. Damn, but it's $50,000. And it takes Magnum ammo. I want to replace the pistol. Alright, so you know what we're going to do then? First off, do I have any of these? I don't. I only have one. Man. Alright, let's repair the knife. The body armor. We'll leave that alone. Dude, look at how expensive. So you really have to invest your money in the guns that you want, bro. Because if you waste a bunch of money on one gun, even if you sell it, you're not getting all that money back that you invested. And real quick, Day One Savage Austin said, I got to renew my PlayStation 5 subscription. I just haven't been playing online much. I'm bored. Oh, bro, I don't play online much either. But here's the thing. Let me just break this down for you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen this come out the last 2 days. It's really disturbing news. So PlayStation just put this thing into effect, right? That even if you buy a game, so if I went on the PlayStation store right now and paid cash for this game, you would figure that you own that game, right? Nope, absolutely not. Now they have a thing to where if you don't sign into internet for 30 days on your PlayStation, you're not allowed to play the games that you paid for anymore. So it's getting ridiculous, guys. You could spend 80 bucks on a game, but if you don't get the disc, you don't own that game. They own the rights to that game, and they can literally take it off of the store anytime they want. And you're just pretty much poop out of luck. That should be illegal, bro. So they're making it worse than it already was. So you basically, you're required to have an internet connection now to play any video games. You cannot play this game offline if you buy it online, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. It really, really is. It's ridiculous. Let's see here. I'll tell you what, Day One Savage Austin, hit me up on my email. There's a feature on PlayStation people might not be aware of, man. I've been using this for a while. But you can literally profile share with one other person, and any game that I have, you can download for free. And same goes for me. Like, I used to do this with my brother all the time, so we would share accounts, and I would buy some games, and he would buy some games. And, like, if he bought a game on his account, I could download the game for free because we console share. Or profile share, whatever it's called. Somebody help me out in the comment section, but that's a real thing they allow on PlayStation 5, guys. So Day One Savage Austin, hit me up in my email, bro. Nobody's really using my account right now because me and my brother ain't really doing that. We're not on good terms since gang stalking happened, if that makes sense. So I'm down for that, bro. And then you'll get PlayStation Plus for free just because I have it. Yeah, I don't mind whatsoever. Hit me up. Let's see. Dan asked how the sobriety's going. Sobriety for me has been going great for years, but if you're talking about marijuana, yeah, it's going pretty good, guys. Listen, quit. Putting down marijuana, if you want to, is really not as hard as a lot of people think. I mean, the only reason that it's hard for a lot of people is because they really don't want to put it down. You know what I mean? And listen, there's a part of me that, you know, I enjoy marijuana, guys. I don't take any prescriptions for absolutely anything, okay? I'm not putting down weed because I think there's a problem with weed. I'm only putting it down because I really want to be better for you guys, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I want to be better for you guys, and I'm still a targeted individual, and people still monitor me literally every day. So it's just best for me to not give those people any ground to stand on, you know, because their favorite thing is to say the average savage or any of you targeted individuals is a drug addict. That's their favorite thing to say, and they will even use marijuana against you. So just to kind of, you know, not even deal with that garbage whatsoever, because that's the only thing any of those weirdos could ever say. Yeah, they can't say that anymore. So, you know, we're here to help people, man. That's what we're here to do. Will I smoke weed sometime in the future? It's possible. I might. But I really would like to grow my own pot, guys. You know what I mean? I really would. I really would. Oh, guys. Somebody said Michael Jackson didn't like Sony. Let me tell you something about Microsoft that's going to make you guys not like them anymore neither. They are not making another Xbox. They are not continuing production in anything gaming whatsoever. They are dropping every single thing that they were working on to exclusively produce artificial intelligence, which, yeah, we really need to progress in AI. And bro, do you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, this is getting serious. It's not a joke. It really is not a joke, guys. And this is like a part of the reason I'm doing the stuff I'm doing now is to try and wake as many people up as possible before this stuff happens. And then it's going to be just straight up too late. Unfortunately, it really is. If you're not prepared for this digital ID when it comes in, it's going to be very hard to say no to it because your livelihood's going to be at stake. And most people, if you don't have a relationship with God before that happens, you know, it's common sense. You know, you get stressed out when you're worried about paying your bills. You know what I mean? So that's a part of what we're doing here, guys. That's a part of the reason why, but it's coming sooner than people think, man. And it's scary. It is what it is, but see that you're not concerned because these things must come to pass. All right, guys, let me go back over here real quick so I can hit this save, and then we're going to go fight the boss. But yeah, Day One Savage Austin, if you've never played this game, bro, this is phenomenal. By the way, this game just came out like 2 years ago. So it's based on the OG Resident Evil 4, but this is basically like a brand new game, guys. For anybody that's played the OG RE4, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, the story's the same, the environments are the same, like the layout and stuff, but everything else about this game is different. All right, let's hit this real quick. And here's my thing too with marijuana, guys, just for anybody else that might be interested in taking a break from it themselves, or maybe just even slowing down, which is really what I want to kind of relay here, guys. The best way to have a relationship with marijuana is to use it in moderation, man. That's all there is to it. And for me, I started getting away from using it in moderation. It's not that I can't be disciplined with it, but I started noticing that I wasn't being disciplined with it. So I just had to make a responsible decision for now. It is what it is, guys. Set apart. God bless you, sister in Christ. Just stopping in to say hi, and I hope you're having a blessed day along with everybody in the chat. God bless you, sister, and thank you so much for stopping in and spreading some positivity, man. We need more of that, that's for sure. And I hope you're having a phenomenal start to your day, and I truly pray that the rest of your day goes as God intends. And it's nice to hear from you. So yeah, Set Apart and anybody else that just joined the chat, I was actually planning on doing a devotional today. So the next thing I am going to go over with you guys lesson-wise is how to do warfare in the spirit when people are putting you on the altar and things of this nature. So that's what we're going to be talking about here real soon. But I've had a cold the last 2 days, guys, and I'm trying to preserve my voice. That way I can come back to devotionals full force quicker. So today we're just going to kind of take it easy and just game. We're doing a game stream today, guys. God bless you for that gift, Set Apart. You're an absolute savage, man. God bless you straight up. And has anything been getting better for your targeting situation for any of my fellow TIs, man? Always. I think it goes without saying, but I am always interested in hearing how you guys' situation is playing out. Also, if any of you guys are interested in being one of the first people to do the live interviews, okay, the targeted individual live interviews that I'm going to be doing soon, all you guys got to do is reach out to me in my email, and we're going to be scheduling those very, very soon, guys, okay? So if any of you guys are interested in putting your story out there, let me know. All right, guys, let me go ahead and stop yapping for just a second. We are not fighting this guy a third time. Let's get this aim right. There we go. I wonder how many harpoons, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a whale? We are not trying to get swallowed up like Jonah again, not for a second time. That should have hit. All right, he's about to jump. I see it coming. Oh, yeah. Then after this, guys, the boss fight that comes after this is actually, I don't know, I might argue that it's even better of a boss fight than this one. This is really like a novelty fight, if that makes sense, guys. Kind of like in God of War 3, when you kill Kronos, it's not like a full-on boss fight. It's more of like a cinematic spectacle. Same deal here. I can't use any actual guns on this guy. What just happened there, bro? There's nothing you can really do to avoid those logs. You just have to hit him as accurately as possible and hope that you chip that health. Hold up. He did not hit me. I don't think he did. Set Apart, give me 1 second, sister. Just give me 1 second, and I'm going to catch up with you guys. All right, I'm hitting him pretty dead on right now. He should be almost there. I know we're almost there. We got to be careful here. I cannot heal. No! This is like a make it or break it situation right here, dude. This is where we kill him. Come on. Where's he at? Where did he go? I was about to say, please do not. Please. All right. We got lucky, dude. No! Savage Army, we got so close, bro. Look, we're about to get swallowed up just like Jonah. Sheesh, man. Sheesh. Third time's definitely the charm. It's all about accuracy with this boss fight. You cannot heal whatsoever, so you just got to make sure you're landing those shots. But real quick, though, Set Apart said, things have been getting better, and I definitely think getting off certain social media apps has helped quite a bit. As you know, something weird happened the other day when this random guy seemed like he was following me. Yeah, listen, guys. When I was telling you guys about my vision about repenting from technology, I was not joking. I really was not joking, and I think people really do need to understand just how much your cell phone plays a role in this gang stalking, okay? How do you guys think they always know where you're at? And that they always know what you're saying when you're in the comfort of your own home. You guys ever notice as a targeted individual, right? That you'll say something and you're by yourself. And then all of a sudden you'll go to the store, you'll go to a public place, and some of these perps end up following you to the store like they do everywhere you go. And they'll start mentioning stuff that only you have said in the comfort of your own company. Does that make any type of sense? They know this because they're listening to you guys through your cell phone. And the reason that they can listen to you through your cell phone is because on a lot of these apps like Facebook, when they switch to Meta or whatever that garbage is, a lot of the stuff with the, how do you say this? You agree to a lot of stuff when you download these apps on your phone, man. And it gives them legal rights and access to watch you and listen to you. And this is really what they do. Also, it's not very hard for them. You got to understand that a lot of these people have government access. It's not very difficult for these people to kind of sink into the nearby cell phone towers and see where your device is connected to and which Wi-Fi connection it is actually connected to. It's not hard for them to do that, guys. Okay, so putting stuff on like Facebook and stuff like that, when I was really heavily being targeted and they were like actively attacking me, even to the point that it was physical, you know, I wasn't really posting too much on Facebook and stuff, guys, because they're always trying to figure out your next move, okay? So the best thing to do is really to stay in isolation with just you and God. And when you learn the stuff that God wants you to learn in this test, you'll know, because he's going to take you out of isolation, and it'll be obvious. All right, guys, let's dial in here. Third time is the charm. We are not fighting this guy again. Oh, yeah, guys, I say it all the time. I mean, I don't know how many times I've shouted this on my channel. If I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't have a cell phone at all, dude. I'm being dead serious, guys. It does way more damage than it does good, that's for sure. And you know, there's also something that I talked to you guys about not that long ago, but I didn't talk about it like too in detail because I was still going through, you know, some pretty heavy spiritual warfare. But the reality of the situation is, man, like when you're doing stuff like I'm doing here, or any of these other people that are really going out of their way to put themselves out there and try to help people with the truth, you know, I'm willingly putting a target on my own back. You know what I mean? And here's the reality of it. When you're doing content and stuff like that, guys, you're opening up the door for the evil eye, because the second you start to become successful, every single person that is miserable with their life is going to start looking at you like you don't deserve what you're blessed with. Does that make any sense, man? This internet stuff comes with a lot of negativity, man. It really, really does. You just got to have you got to have thick skin, and you got to know what you're doing it for, you know? Like, I'll put it like this. If we're doing content creation with the idea of getting rich and famous, it's probably not the best thing to be doing, guys. Alright, give me a second, chat. Let's go ahead and finish this guy before he hits me again. We're still good, though. We're still doing pretty good on health. See, right there, guys, there's nothing you can do. Like, there's really nothing you can do. The boat's stationary. I guess I gotta swerve and maneuver this boat a little bit more manually to kind of dodge, because, to be honest, the last two fights that we fought this guy, I didn't really die because he hit me. I died because I got hit by these logs. All right, we gotta, when you get to this spot, you have to hit him as many times as possible to make sure that he doesn't end up getting you.
Where'd you go?
All right, you only gotta hit him once there, which is really, really clutch. Back up. I just got away from that literally by the skin of my teeth, bro. Oh my gosh. Savage Army, bro. Alright, one more again, dude. Real quick, though, let's go ahead and catch up with chat. Actually, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a palate cleanser real quick anyway, Savage Army. Let me go ahead and smoke a cigar. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and heat up my coffee real quick, too. So, let's see here, man. As I'm doing that, we'll catch up on chat. Let's see. For so long, I didn't feel comfortable having phone calls or taking pictures of myself or my child because there's a lot of creeps and stalkers that can easily have access to your conversations and your pictures. Yeah, absolutely correct. One day when I was being heavily stalked, they were making it known to me how much I was being watched. I was so tempted to destroy all my devices and just use an old-fashioned radio for music. Hey, guys, I am not joking. I mean, this is very dead serious. It really, really is, because this is exactly the type of stuff that they really do. I mean, it's not a joke, guys, you know? And when I got that vision about repentance away from technology, you guys, I really haven't talked about it much because it's not time to talk about it. I really am making sure I'm doing this the way that God wants me to do. And that's not by rushing, if that makes any type of sense, guys. Okay? This is going to be something that I'm working on over the course of probably the next couple years to get it to the place that God intends it to be. And to be able to do that, I got to do what he wants when he wants me to do it and try to mitigate what I want to do as much as possible, if that makes any sense. And here's the reality of the situation, man. I told you guys a few months ago that I would not be surprised if over the course of this year we start hearing murmurs and rumors about social media becoming illegalized. Well, it's starting to get announced, guys, that they're literally filing lawsuits right now because of people that have gotten addicted to social media. So I said that 2 to 3 months ago, and it's starting to happen now. The stuff I'm telling you guys is not a joke. I don't care who believes me. I could care less about any of that type of stuff, man. I'm here doing this because God asked me to do it, and people that don't want to receive it, just like anybody else that God used to deliver a message, if they don't listen, that's on them. That's not on me, guys. You know what I mean? And I listen, part of the reason that I've been slowing down on streams a little bit lately is so that I can allow God to continue to refine me and work on me. And I kind of have been like repenting away from social media, especially myself, over the last week. And it does a lot for you guys, man. You have absolutely no idea. It really does do a lot for you mentally to not be paying attention to what everybody else is doing in their life every single day. Because if we're doing that every day, guys, we're taking away from the energy and the time we could be investing into our own life. Listen, comparison is the thief of all joy. When it comes to this social media garbage, people, that's what it is comparison. People comparing their life to somebody else's, man, and you can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't compare where God has you in your life to somebody else's life because you don't know what that person went through. Everybody's on a different path, bro. But like, even when, you know, I'll give you an example, bro. Even when I got monetized on this channel, there was a big group of people that I was already dealing with evil eye. I started dealing with it even worse because a bunch of these weirdos started really making themselves believe that I got lucky or that, bro, there is no luck involved here. I've been working my butt off on this channel for 3 years. So they think that it happened overnight. They don't see all the work that you put in. You guys understand what I'm saying, man? So you got to take this internet stuff with a grain of salt, bro. You really, really do. Like, when I get on there and I do streams and stuff like that, guys, you know, I try to go into it with a big, you know, list of stuff to talk to you guys about already. That way I'm not even really looking at the chat all like that because it's just mostly negative. It's just negativity constantly everywhere. You really get to see where people's minds and their hearts are at nowadays. All you got to do is look at one of my comment sections. It's crazy. Yeah, Fordham ENT, absolutely, man. Too much of anything is a sin, straight up. Too much of anything is a sin because if we do anything too much, it becomes a false idol against God, guys. You know, and listen, as much as I'm trying to be a teacher for you guys, I'm also a student at the same time. Like, this is never about reaching a destination. I'm learning more every single day. You know what I mean? And like, It's so crazy to me, Savage Army. Like, it's happening. It's not just happening to my channel. It's happening to a lot of people's channels that rep Jesus and really, you know, giving their testimony and their story with Stockton and stuff like that. And you know what these weirdos have started to do now, because everything they've been doing is obviously not working. Now what they're doing to all the truth tellers is going to their platform and basically trying to convince people that they're a false teacher or this or that. Like, bro, you get out of my face with stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't care who believes anything I say. I really, really don't. But for somebody to really put it in their mind that you have to be Jesus yourself to even talk about your faith is absolutely ridiculous. Do you understand what they're really trying to do is try to discourage any of the truth tellers from giving the truth? Do you understand? I don't care what nobody thinks about me, guys. That's why I put everything on Front Street for you guys, man. So you guys can see the entire journey, not just the highlight reel. The entire journey. So think about that, guys. If you're thinking about stepping up for your faith in Jesus too and doing stuff like this, just understand, man, you cannot care what other people have to say, because they're going to talk. They're definitely going to talk, bro, because they have demons inside of their body and you're doing the will of God. So if you're working for God, yeah, demons know that. They can sense that. They can smell that. And they're definitely going to try to stop that, guys. And the way that they'll try to stop it is by throwing you in, Satan will throw you in temptation with habits that you've been delivered from. He'll send people your way masked like they have good intention when they truly don't. They're being puppeteered by Satan too. And this is why I just put that short out earlier today, and I mean that, guys, okay? When you pass your test with gang stalking and you got a bunch of people that God has already called you away from trying to pop back up and act like they've just turned over a new leaf, this and that and the third, no, they're not. No, they're not. In my case, I started dealing with that because a couple of these people, and it's crazy because I told you guys this a while ago, right? But a couple of these people that gang stalked me are so narcissistic, they started telling themselves that because they think my channel became successful because of what they did to me and me giving my story, that I owe them something. And it's ridiculous. So because of that, I've had some of these people from my past trying to pop back up just so they can have a foot in the door of my life again, thinking that they're going to benefit off of me. Absolutely disgusting. So pay attention to stuff like that, man. I'll tell you what, when you're on this path, you're better off by yourself. Because if you're, listen, when you're by yourself, just you and God, that's when he does the best work on you guys. As soon as you get around other people's energy, your relationship with God is not going to be nearly as close. I'm telling you, you don't believe me? Just put it into practice, guys. You'll feel it. I'm telling you, you will feel it. That's why he says he sets you apart from everybody else in the world. And in the world right now, bro, listen, it's not easy to come by a real disciple. It's really not, guys. It's really not. Nowadays, you really do have to be careful, because it seems like to me that people are using Jesus' name for really wicked reasons, man, including the President of the United States. So, you know, I was on the fence about Donald Trump for a while and what he's actually trying to do, right? But since he's posting pictures of himself trying to replicate Jesus, like he's Jesus, that's all I needed to see, bro. So you've got the President of the United States pretending like he has faith in Jesus Christ and doing some of the most debaucherous and wicked things of all time, and it's happening everywhere. I was just watching videos of Kenneth Copeland this morning preaching and pastoring. This dude, I don't know if you guys know who Kenneth Copeland is. That is a real false teacher. You want to know what a false teacher looks like? Google Kenneth Copeland and watch one of his sermons. You're literally going to be witnessing a demon in a physical body. That's a real false teacher, bro. And, you know, this is why you got to use that discernment. You got to flex that spiritual discernment, man. You got to test the spirit. But with that being said, Savage Army, with that being said, let's finally beat this boss. Let's finally beat this boss. Yeah, Set Apart knows who I'm talking about. Kenneth Copeland, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. You want to know what a false teacher looks like? Go ahead, look at him. Look at him. If you've never seen what a demon looks like in somebody's body, you're going to see it when you look at his stuff. That's what it looks like when a demon manifests in somebody's body. This is kind of also, guys, why I tell people all the time, like, your intention is more important than a lot of people think, bro. This is why certain people that might still smoke cigarettes and they might smoke weed get used by God, because their intention is pure. Their heart is pure, if that makes any type of sense, guys. Kenneth Copeland don't smoke weed, but he's definitely out here doing the will of the devil. That's all there is to that. So, you know, I've been noticing these topics and conversations a lot lately, man. And, you know, respectfully, we're gonna be talking about these things a lot over the course of the next week or so, man, because I think people not only need to be checked on their behavior and the way that they talk to other people, but also the way that they've allowed themselves to think. They have surely gotten off track in their thinking. Surely. All right, guys, fourth time is the charm. To be fair, that last round doesn't really count, guys, because I was kind of trying to chirp at you guys. Inked Up Jesus 420 said, I don't know what's going on in this world. I really don't want to be here anymore. Not trying to sound depressing, guys, because it's not depressing. This is just what it feels like when you're not of this world anymore and you're set apart by God. We live in the world, but we're not of the world. I was just saying that to somebody yesterday, guys. I really was. Not in a depressing way. But I was just having a conversation yesterday with somebody, and I was like, I really don't want to be here anymore, and I really don't want to be in the United States anymore. I don't want to be here. It is getting more dangerous by the day, and if you're here when all this stuff happens, bro, there's not going to be any getting out. That's just the reality of it, guys, okay? For people like me who are trying to have my own business and stuff, when they come in with this digital identification, people like that are going to be the primary enemy, okay, because they're opposing the system, if that makes sense. Anybody that says no to the system in any capacity, you're already elevating your chances of being a targeted individual like tenfold. It's not even funny. I'm an individual that refuses anything of the system. At this point in my life, the entire system is fraudulent. I don't want anything to do with it whatsoever. Absolutely anything. I don't want to depend on the government. I want to depend on God. And my life has been getting so much better ever since I started doing that, guys. And that's another thing that I'm really going to continue working hard on, teaching as many people as possible how to get out of the matrix themselves. No matter how much it might irritate some of these people, it doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't matter. All right. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and beat this guy finally, guys. We just hit him with a 3-piece right out the jump. I got to get better at dodging his attacks. So I guess you can kind of strafe with the boat a little bit, but it's not very good. So when he does this attack he's about to do, instead of trying to hit him as many times as possible, I'm going to start maneuvering my boat more. By the way, Fulham ENT, Set Apart, Inked Up, every single one of you guys. Day One Savage Austin, God bless you guys, and it's nice to see you in the chat today. Fulham, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. And I like your content as well, bro. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing, bro. Yo! Did that actually do damage? Because he really didn't hit me, he just hit the boat. It did a little damage. So you guys see there's this string attached to my boat. I guess you can kind of pay attention to where he's going to be taking you a couple seconds before he takes you that direction. So we're just going to start paying attention to that a little bit more. This guy really doesn't have that much health either. It don't take that long to beat him. But he hits hard. Oh yeah, Inked Up Jesus 420, bro. Listen, that's actually a really normal reaction when you're set apart by God, because the entire world is now our enemy. Like the entire world, trust me, guys, it feels uncomfortable for me on a daily basis. It really does, you know? I don't think in a way it ever becomes easy. It just becomes easier to handle, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's true. Guys, it's because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Everything of this world operates spiritually. And when you get the Holy Spirit, every single person in this world that has a demon in them and not the Holy Spirit, spiritually, it's not the human beings that get alerted to your presence. It's the demons, guys. The demons can pick up on your rank. When you get the Holy Ghost, That's how it really happens, guys. It's not the people that we got to worry about. It's what's inside of them. Yo. Fooled him. Hey, bro, I did that a few days ago. I took a couple days off YouTube myself just to give myself a little mental break, a little clarity, and just a little one-on-one time with God. Guys, I'll tell you this right now. Let me break this down. Well, you know what? Give me a second. I don't want to fight this guy again. I really don't. Let's kill him. That should have hit. Hey, buddy. This guy's getting bold, bro. Yo! I got lucky right there, bro. Come on, bro. He's not giving me too many opportunities to hit him. He's almost dead. That's why he's going crazy. Come on. Big Bertha, bro. All right, we should only have to hit him one time. Big Bertha. Oh my goodness. He's got to be almost dead, guys. Come on. There it is. Finally. We should not have taken that many tries, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Somebody said Kenneth Copeland is a weird-looking pastor. Can I have your opinion on my situation? 5838. Yeah, what's your situation? Did I miss it? How dangerous is the digital ID? Well, you know, without going too far into it, 58, digital ID is the mark of the beast, so it's very dangerous. Your eternity's at stake if you accept that. It's very dangerous, okay? And this is one of the biggest reasons why they're trying to shut down anybody that speaks the truth at all. It's not just my channel, guys. And if people really think that they're not the ones in control of the algorithm on social media, they're absolutely dead wrong. They can decide at any single moment when they want to stop allowing somebody to reach people. They can. They have the ability to do it. And people don't realize that. They're doing it to almost everybody right now. And the reason why is because they do not want people understanding the ramification of what's about to happen. They want to surprise people and catch you off guard, right? Because then more people are going to end up saying yes to it. If enough people oppose this, they know they have a problem on their hands, if that makes any type of sense, guys, okay? The book of Revelation makes it very clear that the mark of the beast will prevent anybody from buying and selling. That's what digital ID does. I think people, I can't believe more people don't understand this, and that it's already being, excuse me, guys, we got to pause that real quick, because that was an important question, okay? More people need to really wake up to what's going on, because it shouldn't take, listen, that's obvious. You know what I mean? It prevents you from buying and selling. And the Bible makes it very clear that if you don't accept the mark of the beast, everybody that doesn't accept it will face terrible persecution, terrible tribulation, terrible. That's how it describes it. Terrible persecution. Okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen, guys. If you say no to that ID, that digital ID, the mark, you're now directly an enemy of the state. You're an enemy of the government, and they are going to treat you as such. You'll either be thrown in prison or one of the FEMA camps, one of the many FEMA camps that they have built the last 15 to 20 years. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look it up on Google Maps. You can literally see where they're built at. They're done. They're finished. They're already ready. All the stuff they've been building underground for the last decade plus is for what they're getting ready to do here really, really soon. People, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It's very serious, guys.
Now. When day breaks, you too will join our covenant to share in.
Look at this, guys. This game actually has a lot of like, so we're basically up against a cult. That's what the game's about. You're up against a cult. Did they already infect him with the virus? But yeah, so to kind of make this plain and simple, if you don't have a way of making a living before they do this, it's going to be very hard to say no to it, guys, because think about it, man. Like, it took me years to get to the place in my faith where I could be broke and not stress about it because I know that God provides my needs. You know what I mean? He ain't going to provide your wants every day. That's where people, you know, they don't want to hear nothing about it. But your needs are met every single day. You're fed every day and clothes on your back and somewhere to sleep every day. You just have to have faith that that's going to be the case, you know? And I put this into practice. I was forced to because of my stalking. So, you know, like I said, it didn't happen to me, guys. It happened for me, and I learned a lot of stuff because of that. So, fortunately for me, I'm already kind of used to, like, after everything they just put me through, bro, there's no way in hell I'm going back to working for the system. There's just no way in hell, especially with what they're doing with the system right now. Why would you work 50, 60 hours a week and still not afford your rent? That's just ridiculous, guys. The best way to beat this economy right now and what they're trying to do to people, and what they're trying to do is get people to fight with each other and start getting people to like riot in the streets and steal from each other because people are literally starving, okay? The only way to combat that is to learn how to enjoy your life with less material stuff. That's the only way. Because if you don't get to that place, guys, you can be manipulated by a dollar at any second of any day. You have to get to the place where you enjoy your life to the fullest on life's terms, not because of how much money you got in your pocket or anything like that, guys. Same thing goes with content creation. Let me take it a step further. Same thing goes with content creation. With the Bible tubing and stuff, the evangelism, discipleship, and even the coaching and what we're doing here right now. You can't do content because of views, likes, and validation. Because if you do that stuff, the second that you don't get the validation, you're not going to feel good about yourself. It's going to affect you emotionally, if that makes any type of sense. You got to be doing content for a purpose, not for views, not for likes or anything like that, guys. Because the second you don't get the views you want, you're going to quit. You're going to give up because you're only doing it for that dopamine hit of getting views. You're not doing it with a purpose in mind. So that's also very, holy cow, dude. Holy crap, bro. He straight up just took care of me. Sheesh. But yeah, essentially. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because, guys, my big brother, my mentor, okay, John Toma, been going through gang stalking for way longer than me, right? He's been teaching people about this way longer than me. I just started a few months ago, right? His account literally just went down 82% in terms of the reach. This is a guy that was hitting millions of views every single month. Because he started talking about Jesus, his reach went down 80%, bro. Do you think that stopped him, though? No. Do you think them doing that to my channel is going to stop me? Absolutely not. But most people are going to go through that, and they're going to end up stopping because they're doing it for reasons that are not pure, if that makes sense. They're doing it for fame and fortune. And I'll raise my hand and say right now, when I started this channel, it was with that in mind, that outcome, fame and fortune. After everything I've been through, the last thing I want is fame, especially, or fortune, because Jesus makes it clear that rarely will a rich man enter into the kingdom of heaven. And the reason why is because if you're rich, your life is now way too comfortable to have a strong bond with God. You cannot have a strong bond with God if your life is comfortable, because we have a sinful nature inside of us, guys. We have to be in situations where we need God because of our human nature. And this is why God allows adversity into our life, and people don't get that. They start getting upset at God because of what they're going through, guys. If I was getting upset at God the last year, I wouldn't be here. Not doing content, I wouldn't be alive. I wouldn't be alive, guys, okay? Your mindset is everything when you're getting gang stalked. It is everything. You have to get up every day and fight for your life, bro. You cannot get down on about anything. You can't. This is why you have to really, really monitor your environment. Who's in your environment, guys? Who's in your energy? Who you're allowing even around you whatsoever. The stuff you're putting out there, because I'm telling you guys, man, anything can pull you away from God, bro. And when you're getting gang stalked, guys, their entire motive is to try and get you to sin against God so that their witchcraft hits you. It's not going to hit you, guys, if you're walking with God, okay? But the second they can pull you away from him, now it's fair game because the devil has legal access to attack you. Sorry about that, guys. We got a cutscene running here. Set apart. God bless you, sister. Yeah, and I'm glad that I got a couple of these guys in here today, man, because you guys know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm not really preaching to the choir, you know what I mean? I got thank God, and I'm so grateful to God, okay, for what we've been able to do here on the channel. And we're still just getting started, guys. Don't even get that twisted, okay? But I'm so grateful I've been able to meet all these people, bro, that have been going through the same thing that I went through. And you guys understand why that's so important, because if you ain't never been through it, bro, I've got video evidence of my gang stalking. And still, like, if you ain't went through it, people, and how can somebody understand the nature of this if they never went through it? You're exposed to reality for what it really is. And what it really is not what people think. Okay? And the last thing they ever intend is for a targeted individual to make it on the other side, to the point where they're standing in their power and authority and exposing what's happening. They don't like that stuff, guys. Most of the people they target is like people that have a past like me. So I used to be on heroin, okay? The reason they pick ex-drug addicts and people that are in recovery is because when they start doing these things to you, they want people to believe the reason you're acting like you're in fear for your life is because you relapsed on drugs, okay? And that's exactly what they did to me. They tried to convince everybody in my town and my family and everybody around me that I relapsed on drugs, and that's the reason I was in fear of my life. Well, you know, listen, this is why I tell you guys all the time, you don't want to be taking any chemical substances, which if you understand the nature of this test, then you would understand that God is allowing this so that you do stop doing drugs. If you guys are doing any drugs when you start getting gang stalked, pretty good reason to stop. You know what I mean? For a bunch of different reasons, guys, okay? For a bunch of different reasons. And here's the truth about it. This stream isn't even all about gang stalking, guys, but I feel why not sprinkle this in there? It's important for people to hear. When you're getting gang stalked, it's not because God doesn't love you. It's not because God wants to hurt you. Here's the reality of the situation. There is something in our life that we have been doing for too long that is a sinful act that has festered to the point where now the devil has been alerted to you. He has legal access to attack you, and that's exactly what he's going to do. It's tied to a sin, okay? And when people hear that, they think I'm telling them it's your fault that you're getting gang stalked. That's not what I'm saying. But if you don't take it to the place where you're taking accountability, all you're going to do is victimize why it's happening to you, and you're never going to get out of it if you think that way, guys. And I'm saying that because I care. I'm saying it because I care, because I used to be one of those people. When it was first happening to me, it was just like, not fair. Why is this happening to me? I shouldn't be going through this. I'm like, I thought that I was doing and I was doing a good job following God, but he wanted to pull me in closer, guys. He wanted to pull me in closer. And here's the reality. I could have never started doing this stuff if I didn't go through that gang stalking. That gang stalking strengthened me to become the person that could handle this. When I first started getting gang stalked, there's no way I could have started doing discipleship and dealing with all the negativity on my channel without absolutely snapping on somebody. There's no way I would have been able to put up with that every day without absolutely cooking people, which is not the holy thing to do. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, you know what I mean? But I had to go through that to step into my purpose, you know? And it's hard to accept that at first, but once you understand that really is the case, it gets easier to accept it, guys. Let's see, do I have any health? Thank goodness I actually do. I got one green herb. All right, let's see here, man. Amen. Creative, God bless you, brother or sister. I'm not really sure. And welcome to the Savage Army, and welcome to the stream, man. Twisted Vibes, God bless you, brother. God bless you guys. Yeah, man, it really is like, is it fair that we're going through that? No, it's not fair. But we got to understand, like, the implications of the days that we're living in right now, you know? A lot of targeted individuals are very, very concerned with preserving their life before they got stalked, and they don't understand that God is pulling them into a new season of their life. So when you're getting gang stalked, it is a baptism of fire. He is using gang stalking to get every single thing out of your life that cannot go into the next season. He plans to prosper you guys, man. He plans to use you guys for his will, for his ministry, and for his kingdom. What is more exciting than that, guys? All he's trying to do is get you to the place where you can represent him in a way that will actually have an impact. That's all there is to it, guys. That's all there is to it. And for somebody like me, God knows me. He made me. He understands how stubborn I am, and he understands that I would have never stopped doing some of the stuff I was doing if I wasn't, like, in a life or death situation. That's the reality of it, because John is stubborn. I am very stubborn, okay? And since I was on heroin for so many years, I've learned how to take a lot of pain and a lot of trauma and alchemize it. So even with the gang stalking, I was kind of stubborn with some of my simple behavior that was, you know, keeping those open doors open. Keeping those doors open. I was stubborn even though I was going through it. I was like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I wanted to personally take down every single one of those people, not understanding that the fight was God's, you know? That's how I can get sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So they picked me thinking that I look innocent, this and that and the third, and that I wouldn't defend myself and everything, bro. They picked the wrong one. They really did, and with you guys, they picked the wrong one too. This is why God allows you guys to be picked, because you can pass the test. Most people cannot pass this test, and that's not bragging rights or anything. I don't wish this on nobody. I don't wish this on absolutely anybody, dude. I'm being dead serious, but the reality of it is there's only a certain group of people that can handle this and still have a pure heart on the other side of it, and that's the truth, bro. That is the truth. You guys are going to really have powerful testimonies, man. All right, so we backtracked just a little bit. Went the wrong way. Let's go ahead and go this direction. When will digital ID be mandated? Go ahead and look right now. Go ahead and look right now and type in the YouTube search engine, digital identification in the United Kingdom. So that's the first place that announced it, and they're not the only place that has announced it, but this was just announced around November of last year. If they're already getting ready to do this, it's not going to be that long until it hits the United States. And what's crazy is they've already announced this. I have not barely heard anybody saying that it's the mark of the beast when it's clearly the mark of the beast. I hear people all the time saying cell phones are the mark of the beast and AI is the mark. No. Digital identification is the mark of the beast because that's what prevents you from buying and selling. Okay? So if you don't accept the mark of the beast, you're not allowed to go to work no more. You're basically legally not allowed to make money anymore. That's what that implies, guys. That's what that implies. So we think that we're slaves now. Wait until they hit us with that. Well, you basically have no choice. If you're not willing to really die for the faith, bro, and when you're walking with Jesus Christ, you know, money is of little importance. So for people that are really deeply rooted in their faith, it's going to be easy to say no to that, you know. But for the people that ain't there yet, and it's not their fault, it took me years to get to this place, and gang stalking, it's not nobody's fault, you know, because they lie about everything. They deceive everybody. But that's the reality of it, guys. If you're not willing to say no because you want to stand up for the right thing and stand up for the truth, your eternity's at stake, guys. That's all there really is to it, man. All right, so this is looking like a puzzle. And also, let me throw this out there too, because I already know for a fact when I say stuff like that, people get offended because they think that I'm coming down on them for working a job. I'm not coming down on nobody for working a job. I really, really ain't. What I'm trying to say is that we've been deceived. We've been very, very greatly deceived, guys. We have been taught that life is about one thing when it's not. It's not. We've been in bondage ever since I became 18 years old. I've been in bondage to the government, okay? When they can keep you busy all day, every day, what does that mean? That means that you have no time left for yourself. You have no time left to grow. You have no time left for spirituality. You have no time left to learn. You have no time left for nothing because you're exhausted every single day. And that's why the society is tailor-made the way that it is. When your kids go to school, they're not going to school to learn nothing. They're going to school so that they can be trained on how to go to work for 8 hours a day. And also so that your kids can have a babysitter so that you guys can go to work and build their society. Which, look around, guys. Society's already pretty much built, which is why they don't need us anymore. This is why robots are taking our jobs, because society is already completed. They do not need you anymore. But people do not understand that. And when I say stuff like this, like when I say stuff like you're better off to work for yourself because it's the same amount of hard work than work for somebody else, people get offended because they feel like I'm saying that it's like the wrong thing to do to have a job. You guys are savages for providing for your family. That is not what I'm saying, guys. That's not what I'm saying at all. But let's be honest. Most people would really love to have more time for their family, more time for their loved ones, and more time for themselves, and they just do not know how to go about doing that. I want to show you guys how to do that. And it all starts in your mindset, guys. It all starts in your mindset. If you don't get emotionally stressed out because you don't have certain material things, you are free. Truly, you're free. You cannot be controlled by money. Does that make any type of sense, guys? But, you know, that's a topic for another day, and we're going to go over that much more in detail. But I do want people to understand that I am not saying that, you know, you're a lame if you have a regular job. That's not what I'm saying at all, guys. I had a regular job for over a decade, and I'm a very hard worker. The only reason I don't have a 9-to-5 now is because God protected me from having one. Does that make sense, guys? Hopefully it does, man. And I do want people to understand that. It's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But anyway. All right, where do we got to go here? Over here. So we got to go to the boat. Went the wrong way. Seems like public backlash made the government drop it. I didn't hear anything about the government dropping it. What they're most likely doing is just keeping their mouth shut about it so that they don't have an uprising on their hands. Yeah, I can promise you guys they're not stopping nothing. Let me break this down in another way that makes sense, okay? So why do you guys think that right now, right at the same time that all the signs of Revelation are literally unfolding right in front of our eyes, that everything is going up in price almost every other week, the prices of everything get raised? Because when they come in with this digital identification, listen, if they can get people stressed out to the point where they feel like they're not going to be able to provide for their family, they can get people to say yes to almost anything. That's the truth. We have to be to the place where we're depending on God before that even happens, guys. All right. So I got to go all the way down here, hop up here, and then go up here, and then come back here. All right, what are we looking for here? Oh, sick. Wait a second. Can I reuse this key? Because I'm thinking about that other box in the village area, which we are about to be going back to fight that troll. Oh, man, set apart. That's what I'm talking about. Another testimony said he protected me from having one, too, and I'm extremely grateful. Yeah, because here's the reality of the situation, too, man. Twisted Vibes, this is Resident Evil 4 Remake. This just came out like a couple years ago, guys. This is phenomenal. It really, really is a phenomenal game. Did I pick that up? So there's two locations I got to go to. I'm not even going to backtrack any more than I have to. So let's go ahead and just grab this now. Let's go ahead and grab this now. But yeah, here's the thing, man. When you're set apart by God, you have a lot of differences about you. And here's the reality of why one of God's doesn't fit into a 9-to-5 environment typically. It's because every single place you go to work, you end up, listen, this is something to live by too, guys. You can never get a job and outshine the master, meaning you can't just show up at a job and start working harder than the other employees that have been there for longer than you, and especially your boss. And true chosen ones are connected to source, meaning they're typically overachievers. So I had to learn this the hard way after several jobs where I went through the same exact thing of like working at a job for 6 months, and then every single person I work with ends up having some weird ass problem with me because they don't like me, giving me evil eye and stuff like that. If you deal with that every single day, how many times have I said, guys, like, Your environment is so important to your growth, it's not even funny. Your environment is important for a bunch of different reasons, right? You're a product of the people you spend the most time with. If you're in a toxic environment 5-6 days a week, bro, yeah, that's going to have a bad effect on you. It's just inevitable, okay? And when you're on this path of getting closer to God, that can become a distraction as well. It very much can, okay? And he has shown me that very up close and personal, especially since last year. Very distracting. So he's got to put you through a bunch of tests, trials, and tribulation to get you to the point where you understand that life is not all about money. All right, Savage Army, where have we gone astray? Where have we gone astray here? I love my solitude, quality over quantity, always. And yeah, and here's the thing about money in my experience, y'all. Every single time I make more money for a living, it's like, in my experience, you just feel like you have to maintain this new lifestyle of having extra money, and maintaining that lifestyle means that you're spending more time making money just to spend it on stuff you don't even have time to enjoy anyway. It's just retarded. I'm completely content, guys. I'm completely content making 20-30 bucks a day, doing what I enjoy, and just spending time outside, taking walks every day, reading books, right? Not eating fast food every single day, not buying a new car every year. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The things that keep people in bondage to the system are not as important as people think. It's just not. It's not. It's not important to lease a new car every single year because you care what other people think about what you have. It's not important to get a mortgage for a house that you're never going to own because the bank is screwing it. Like these things, but people don't think about stuff like that, guys, you know? And that's really what keeps people in bondage, is because they feel like they need a certain amount of money to enjoy their life. That's really what it is. I told you guys before, man, and I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. When I was doing weed reviews, before I started doing this and before I got Gangstalk, guys, I would literally take jobs I freaking hated, bro. I would take jobs I hated just because they paid me enough money to support my channel and make reviews and stuff like that. So when I started slowing down on my pot habit and stuff like that, and I didn't care about that so much anymore, it gave me a really freeing feeling, bro. Like, I would literally take jobs that paid good, but they absolutely sucked, and they made me feel miserable every day because of the toxic environment, just because it paid me enough money to support my habits and stuff like that, guys. When you get rid of the habits and you don't care about having expensive material stuff, you can work at McDonald's part-time and be completely content, guys. You learn how to save money, right? You can work for 14, 15 bucks an hour. If you know how to save money, you could actually end up doing better than somebody with a $25 an hour job because they blow their paycheck the day they get it every payday. Like, some of these things matter more than people think, guys. You can get so far ahead just by being disciplined in the basic stuff. Yeah, just like Set Apart said, man, most people can't even afford their rent, guys. You know what I did for a long time? I lived with a bunch of other people and split everything evenly. That's what I did for years so that I was able to save money. That I swear on everything. That's what I did for a long time, man. And I would work these jobs that I didn't like, but they paid good, so that I could save money for like 6 months and take a whole year off. I'd save up like $10,000, $15,000 and just go really easy on my money, pay all my bills up, right? And just live like I was broke for however long it could afford, you know, I could afford to take it. And then when I needed to get a job, I'd go get another job, do the same thing, save up $10,000 more dollars, and then take another 6 months off and work on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, you can outsmart the system in so many ways, man. You really, really can. Oh, and also, because I can already see it, man, somebody is probably thinking to themselves, like, Yeah, but why wouldn't you work the same job for life? Well, let me explain why that's a dumb idea. Because when you get a job and you stay at one job for a long period of time, you typically don't really get any benefits for staying there. Does that make sense? They front load you with all your raises in the first 12 months, and then after that it cuts off. You don't get anything extra for staying there. You actually make more money by getting a new job every year and a half to 2 years because the minimum wage constantly goes up. The wages are constantly going up, and you make more money starting out as a new employee in a lot of these factories. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. So, this mindset that everybody has, bro, like, it's an outdated mindset, guys. The system is not the same today as it was in our parents' day. It's not the same system. Okay, so the same rules don't apply. Where is this thing, man? Right here? Yeah, unless you own your own business. That's what I'm saying, guys. And like, with everything that's happening right now, especially with digital ID, there's never been a more important time to learn how to make money yourself. Like, I'm serious, guys. I'm serious. And there's so many outlets and avenues to do that now. If you have a car, there's a lot of ways you can make money, guys, just by delivering. For real. That's a great side gig. It really, really is. It's a fantastic side gig. Set apart, I'm grateful for the same thing. I really am, because I've always been a dreamer, man. I've always been creative. I've always had huge dreams of making an impact on this world. What impact are you making by making another corporation rich that treats you like a dog for as long as you work for them? A dog. And then on top of that, you barely have money to cover your bill. Like, it's just the easiest thing to do, honestly, to get used to not having the nicest stuff, bro. And learn how to be happy with what God gave us. That's really all there is to it. Oh no, we got another puzzle. Do I think digital ID will stop government services? That's a freaking great question, bro. Like SSI or pensions. Well, I don't know if that is going to directly stop that stuff, but if you guys pay attention right now, man, like, people that solely rely on the government, bro, like, this is why it's important to not do that, guys, okay? I understand that there's a lot of people that are in a pickle and they need that help, and I do get that. But it's really important to try and, like, work yourself out of being dependent on the system, because what just happened a few months ago, guys, when the government shut down and everybody lost, like, their food stamps and stuff, and, like, everybody was, like, up in an uprising over it. How am I going to feed my children? How are we going to eat? Well, you shouldn't be dependent on the government anyway, guys. That's why they want us dependent on them, so they can pull the rug out from underneath of us anytime that they want. They want to be able to control us, and that's how they do it. I mean, it is what it is, guys. So they're already making changes to stuff like that now. I know a lot of people in my family and stuff that are on food stamps and stuff like that are literally being threatened to get their food stamps taken away if they don't work a certain number of hours. So they're already changing that stuff around, guys. They're already doing it. All right, Savage Army, where do I have to pick up the manual that teaches me what I have to put in here for the input? If I had to take a guess, I would say I have to go all the way down here to pick up, investigate the two locations separately. I swear that's what I got to do. That's what it seems like to me, man. So let's not waste no time. Let's hop back in the boat. Let's see. Imagine working all day long and paying for your living space that you barely get to spend any time at. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. You might as well say that your home is at work, straight up. That's really... I don't know, man. Like, people just end up accepting it because they think that's the way the world works. Your life can work any way that you see it working. The way you see yourself is the life you're living, guys. And your actions dictate this too. So anybody that's ever made it out of the Matrix and become successful running their own business, they all say really similar stuff, right? And I've been studying this stuff for years. They all say similar stuff. They say that you got to take a risk on yourself. You got to take a risk on yourself. You got to gamble on yourself. Why do they say that? Why is it so important to take a gamble on yourself? Because when I tell you guys all the time that you have to embody the person who's living your dream life, And that means that you have certain characteristics about yourself. That means that there's a lot of stuff that you're not doing anymore because it's not resonant with that level of life you're trying to bring in. Okay? So if you want to have a business, but you get stressed out about money to the point that you feel like you need a 9-to-5, by your action, you're telling your subconscious mind that you don't believe in yourself enough to run a business, because if you did, you wouldn't be working a regular job. And people ain't going to like hearing that, but it's the truth. I had to find that out for myself. I worked in this system for over a decade, and I always wondered, I'm like, man, how come it never seems like I have the energy or the time necessary to work on my thing? Or you know what? Even work on yourself spiritually, right? Well, they understand that, guys. That's why the system's designed the way that it is, man. You have like no time for yourself whatsoever. You barely have time to think. Hold up. I keep going the wrong direction. We got to go down here. I'll put it into perspective like this. Let me put it into perspective like this, and then I'm going to save this topic for the next stream, because I do have a lot of stuff I want to cover with you guys on the next stream. But I'll put it into perspective like this. If people really think that life is all about going to work and making a paycheck, what if you died tomorrow? What if we died tomorrow, guys? We're not promised tomorrow. Nobody is. What if we are dead tomorrow and your whole entire adult life has been nothing but working overtime for some company that doesn't care about you at all? They'll replace you the second you die. What if? We're not promised tomorrow. A lot of people feel like they have more time than they actually have, guys. You need to start, enjoying your life now. You need to start going for your dreams now. Also, for most people, if you let your dreams die, man, you're letting your soul die. You're like, legitimately. Don't never kill your dreams, guys. Don't never let your dreams die, bro. Ever. Ever. So we're going to kill our dreams to support somebody else's? No. Absolutely not. And I've done that for years, guys. I was the guy that did that for years, Like I say all the time, I'd rather make $20 a day doing YouTube than making $200 a day working for somebody that doesn't even respect me. And my soul is literally dying every single day. A little bit more gets cut off every single day. Nah.
I have something I think you like.
What do you got, bro?
I got something new for you. Thank you.
Now, also, before I get off this topic, guys, I want to make this clear. I am not telling anybody to quit their job. That is not what I'm telling anybody to do. What I am saying to do is to start learning how to save money so that if you don't want to work somewhere anymore, you can leave. You know how good it feels to walk into work and your boss disrespects you and you got 10 stacks in the bank and you don't have to put up with it and you can literally just walk out? Best feeling of all time, y'all. Okay? Just learn how to save money. Learn how to live below your means, man. And they cannot control you no more. I'm telling you guys, bro. I'm telling you guys. You know what you could do? You could save up $5,000, not even 10 grand. Save up $5,000, get a used RV, get a used van, and live in that thing, and literally travel the world. You can do that. But they don't want people knowing that you can do stuff like that. And it's easy to do. It's very easy to do.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Anytime.
All right, guys. Let's see here, man. Let's really evaluate this. I got to get over here. So we got to get back on the boat. To be fair, guys, I've been multitasking, honestly. Oh, yeah, they did. I love what that guy just said. Oh, I love what that guy just said. He said, they do not want you owning anything without getting a cut for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why they cannot stand anybody that's talking about the stuff that I'm telling you guys right now. They do not want people understanding that the power is inside of you. You are made in the image of God. Okay? You are the greatest creation that God has ever created. Why does God's creation need to depend on a human government for everything? Why? Why? Why do we think that they went so hard to take God out of every part of society and to get people to really not believe in God anymore? Because it gives them more control. It gives them more power over us, guys. You guys are spiritual beings, man. I could tell you right now, I could be flat broke and wondering how I'm going to eat my next meal. And the next day, it will just appear. Somehow, some way, I will be able to eat. The thing that gets a lot of people, though, with doing that is they don't want to just get their basic needs met every day. They want to have money to go and buy material stuff because that's what makes a lot of people happy. I've killed that part of myself, guys. Honestly, like, if I didn't have this PlayStation right now, I'd be fine. I would just start reading a lot more again and stuff like that. Does that make any type of sense, guys? You don't want to put any type of happiness into anything like that. Our happiness has to be tied to God. Let's see here. I'm going to be arrested for feeding birds and shouting. What? You're in Scotland? Dan? Bro, you got the same name as my stepfather. God bless you, man. You're in Scotland, though. How crazy is that, bro? Why would you get arrested for screaming and shouting? Are you hooting and hollering, bro? Like Goblin always says, are you hooting and hollering, bro? Maybe we shouldn't hoot and holler. I got taken to jail one time over doing something like that, too. I'm not even joking, you guys, okay? That was in my heroin days. Let's see. I want to catch up with you guys for a second, man. We work jobs that we hate to buy stuff we don't need to impress people we don't like. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, guys. That's really what I'm trying to say here and sum it up. Like, it's all a big waste of time. You know, get in the system and get out, dude. Get in the system and get out. Like, if I was to work another 9-to-5 job, I would do exactly what I just told you guys. And I might do that in the future. I'm thinking about trying to find a part-time job out of my county because I can't work in my county because of my gang stalking. They just, you know, they've done everything in their power. So if people wonder why God opened the door for me to make money on YouTube, it's because they did everything to pretty much make sure I couldn't make money doing anything else. Like I went 5 months without being able to get a job anywhere because they stole my social security number and committed fraud on me. So I can't work in the county that I'm living at right now. The only way I could get a job is if I leave counties. And I don't know if that's something that happens in the future, guys. It might. But if I ever do that, I will promise you guys right now, if I ever go back to work a 9-to-5, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to save up a few $1,000s and leave. I'm not going to stay there. That's it. No, use the system. Don't get used by the system, y'all. Straight up get in and get out, okay? That's all there is to it. And ever since I learned how to save money, bro, I love doing that. I really do. I love getting a job and saving up, you know, as much money as I can, living like I'm broke, like I ain't got a job, and then, you know, putting it all in my savings account and leaving. I love doing that because I'm somebody, guys, that I really don't spend that much money on stuff if I don't need it. So I can make $1,000 last a long time. I really can, guys, because I'm used to going without anything. I'll eat ramen noodles every day. I don't care if that makes any type of sense. And when you get used to that, bro, I'm telling you, like, you look at everything differently, man. You look at everything differently. You start having a lot more free time. You have a lot more time to work on yourself. You got a lot more time to think and just breathe, man, and just breathe. Where'd the boat go? Give me 1 second. Sir Daniel, give me just 1 second, brother. I've been holding this off. I gotta go pee real quick, and I'll be right back, guys, okay? All right, Savage Army, let's stop running in circles. Let me finally pick up this thing. So we gotta go. Do I have to go up here? My day could go very bad right now. Dan, everybody in the collective, pray for Dan. Father God, in the name of Jesus Christ, any attack that is being sent towards Daniel in my chat, any attack sent in from any agent of darkness that is known or unknown, named or unnamed, remembered or forgotten, may be returned back to sender by 10,000-fold in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. He is soaked in the blood of the Lamb. There is nothing that shall prosper against him, and just be with him with your presence, Father God. Fill him and flood him with your Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. If I was you, bro, I'd just go inside and get out the mix. Inked Up Jesus said, I like what we're talking about right now. Hey, man, you're probably going to like the next stream because I'm going to be talking about that a lot more in detail, too, when it comes to getting out of the system in the Matrix. It's really all tied to mindset, guys. Mindset and faith. This is why the Bible says that we are not to take concern of the things of tomorrow. You know, God provides all of his children with everything they need. The problem is a lot of people don't want that. They want a bunch of other stuff, too. Guys, where did I drop this boat off at, bro? Hold up. It's not down there. So it's got to be out here. It has to be out here. Yep, it is. It is. To be fair, we probably would have been through this segment already, guys, but I kind of got yapping a little bit. I mean, just like Inked Up Jesus said, that was actually a pretty good topic of conversation. All right, there's actually stuff over here, too. You can explore a lot of stuff in this area, so let's go ahead and do that. I know there's some stuff right here. Yo, that aim was terrible. And he's not dead. Got him. Kinda. This is actually going to be a really fun game to stream for you guys, man. I haven't played this in a while. Oh, hell yeah, bro. So this key, I can just use this as many times as I want? Dope. That cannot be everything over here, right? There is one more thing. This is what's so fun about Resident Evil, Savage Army, like exploring the environment and finding every little collectible, every piece of loot. That's what makes it really, really fun. What's going on here? I think she's dead. Another one. What is this? I don't even remember this area. Who is that? Don't that look like Ashley, bro? That looks like the president's daughter, which we haven't met her yet, but we're about to. Alright, yeah, there's nothing else up here. Maybe we can come back up here with an item later. I'm not sure. It seems like something important happens there, though. Hey, by the way, guys, what's going on? Are you kidding me, bro? Even the dogs get those sprouts? I don't remember that. But anybody that's just now joining the stream, man, if you guys enjoy the stream whatsoever at any given point in time, hit it with some positivity and smack it with a big fat juicy savage thumbs up, man. Yo. And if I'm being honest, guys, so here probably in like the next like 30 minutes to an hour or so, we're going to wrap stream up for the afternoon, and then I'm going to get back on this later on this evening, guys. If we're going to do a Resident Evil marathon when it comes to the game streams, I kind of want to get through them in a timely fashion because we got a lot of them to go through, and I haven't played Resident Evil 9 yet. So I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil, and that game looks dope. But before we actually play it, I want to go through all the other games first. It's been a long time since I've played any of these games. Look at how many dogs there is, bro. Oh my gosh. I can also eat any of those chicken eggs. They also give you health. Oh, dude, I was not expecting that, bro. He just took his head clean off. Hopefully, it checkpointed me. I still don't know if this game even has a checkpoint system because you have to save through the typewriter. Wait a second, guys. You're supposed to die right there? You're supposed to die right there?
When day breaks, you two will join
what?
To share in my holy blessing forever.
2:22 on the clock. Synchronicity. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys, man. For the type of day that it is right now, like super rainy, really dark outside, the sun is not out at all, and it's really cold, this is like the perfect type of day to just play video games, bro. It really, really is. By the way, since we are just chilling, drop it in the comment section, guys. What's your favorite video game of all time? If you can pick just one.
Condor one to roost. Do you read me?
Wow, you actually were supposed to die?
Silent for 3 hours. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Won't let it happen again.
And the church?
I'm still looking for whatever key I need.
Copy that. I'm glad you're okay. Roost out.
Damn, set apart. Your favorite game is GTA 5, so you're probably going to be really excited for the end of the year when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I'm really excited for Grand Theft Auto 6 Savage Army. If I'm being honest, Grand Theft Auto, people can say whatever they want about that game, but out of all the major gaming franchises that are still ongoing, Rockstar Studios is one of the only companies left that truly tries to make an innovative video game every time they make one, right? The last game they dropped was Red Dead Redemption 2, and that game to this day is literally generation defining. So they're coming off of that. GTA 6 is coming off of Red Dead 2, guys. Phenomenal game. So I'm really excited for that game. I'm just not excited for the price tag. $150 for a game. Now, you might be asking, why is the game going to cost so much money? Well, allegedly, the game's budget is $3 billion. I don't know if you guys know too much about that type of stuff, but usually video games don't take that kind of money to make. $3 billion to make a video game. Think about that. That's insane. Also, speaking of artificial intelligence, here's the sad thing about that. Artificial intelligence is really the technology that runs these video games. And a lot of people, I don't know if they understand that. Unfortunately, I do understand that, and that's the reason that gaming has been getting better and better and better in terms of the graphics department and the technology and stuff like this. I don't think they need to progress in gaming any more than they have, guys. I think the graphics on the latest PCs and the PlayStation 5 are about as good as they need to get. Games are starting to get into this like area where they're almost too realistic, guys. You play a video game to escape reality in some sense. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to play a video game to be reminded of what it's like to live real life, you know? And they make a lot of games like that now, unfortunately. That's why, in my opinion, some of the best games ever made were on the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3, because back then, those consoles weren't really putting games out in terms of just graphics. They were still prioritizing gameplay, which is why I like this game so much. It's a modern game that is designed around being fun to play, not sweet to look at, you know? It just so happens that the graphics are good too. Okay, so we gotta go down here. That really threw me off. I was not expecting to have to die there. Oh, dang. Somebody just said, have you ever played Cyberpunk? Let's see here. I love the story and the message. I started Cyberpunk. You know what's interesting about Cyberpunk? Just threw me all the way off, guys. I started that game about a week ago. It's crazy you brought that up. I started my character about a week ago, right? And when I was going through that character creator, you guys already know what I'm about to say if you've played that game. You can create a transgender character. Not just that you call it transgender, you can put a vagina on a male character and it shows it to you. I ain't never seen nothing like that in a character creator in all my life. But besides that, it does seem like it's an actual, like a really well put together game. I remember when it launched, it had a lot of issues, but allegedly they fixed all those. Oh shoot, bro. So right now we're getting to the part of the game where it's going to start getting a little bit more serious. We're going to start facing harder enemies. I hate these guys, honestly, man. These zombies that have the tentacles coming out of their head. Because they do damage, bro. They can cut your head off, like, really easily. Another one. So, the sun just went down. And I think in the game's story, when it's completely pitch black dark outside, that's when these zombies start mutating and stuff. Alright, let's heal real quick. Hey, watch your language, Leon. Come on, sir. Play it more? I'm going to enjoy the story? Hey, I do enjoy a really well put together storyline, guys. If I play it, though, I'm probably going to play it with you guys. I'm probably going to stream it. So, normally when I do hop on the game, I usually stream every single time. I just don't game as much as I used to. But on days like this, I mean, this is perfect weather for gaming, guys. Perfect weather. And since I have a cold right now anyway, the last 2 days I've had kind of like a cold. So I'm not really trying to strain my voice like I usually pretty much have to do when I do my devotionals and stuff like that, just because I get super passionate about the gang stalking and stuff. And I try my best to stay in an energy that can reach people the best. And sometimes you just got to get as serious as possible, because it is serious. It's not a joking matter. You know what I mean? Sometimes I keep it lighthearted because you got to. When you go through something like that, the best thing to do is just to laugh about it, you know, stay in a positive mindset. But that's why we're doing gaming today, mostly because I'm not trying to strain my voice, Savage Army. But the next devotional will probably be out tomorrow. Cyberpunk is top tier. Damn, bro. We got a lot of people really repping Cyberpunk. Dead Disciple, you actually sent me a message on PlayStation about Cyberpunk. That was actually the first thing that I thought of when it got brought up.
Is this the key?
It would be really cool if Cyberpunk was co-op. I feel like that game would be awesome to play with other people. Hold up. Why did they send me all the way back here if I don't have what I need? Oh, I know what we gotta do. So, the church key is here, but I have to find the items to unlock it. So, I already know what we gotta do. We're literally about to fight the next boss. We gotta go back by the church. since we're doing this too, I might as well just throw this out there. What do you guys think about me starting like a Twitch? Like a Twitch just for the gaming streams, if that makes any type of sense, guys. Would you rather see the streams on YouTube, or would you rather see them on Twitch? I've never used Twitch, so I have no experience with it. But from what I can gather, if you're going to do gaming and stuff like that, it's probably a better platform to do it. But, like I said, that's kind of hearsay. I've never used it. I don't know nothing about it. But I do have it downloaded on my PS5. You guys will have to let me know. So if you guys are wondering, this is actually the hat of my partner. At the start of the game, you rolled into the village with another cop, and he ended up getting killed. My boat is destroyed. That's fantastic. Okay. All right, let's really examine this. The boat's right there. Doi. It's really dark over here, guys. Even with this flashlight, it's really hard to see. See, in Resident Evil 5, because I've been playing that the last couple days too a little bit. In Resident Evil 5, you can hit R1 and the mini-map will pop up in the top right screen. You can't do that in this game, so you basically got to manually pull up the map every time you need to look at it. Can take you out of the experience a little bit. It's kind of a nitpick. Ooh, since we're talking about gaming, bro, has anybody in the chat got to try Ninja Gaiden 4? I have not got to play that game yet, and I'm also a really big fan of Ninja Gaiden. Can't believe they actually made Ninja Gaiden 4, and it's developed by the team that produced Bayonetta. So I'm assuming it's probably fire, but I haven't looked at any reviews of it or anything like that. Has anybody got to try that game? And what did you guys think about it if you did? All right, we're close. So we're going to go ahead and bypass this. We're going to skip it because we don't have the item yet.
It's the lake.
This is almost like a little map. What do these red skulls mean? There's two of them. Are those like sub-bosses or something? Oh, it's telling you where to go. There we go. We figured it out. That's the one thing that always gets people, it seems like, about Resident Evil, is that sometimes they make it a little difficult to know where you gotta go. But in this game, like, everything's pretty laid out for you on the map. As long as you, like, pay attention to the layout of the map, it's not too difficult. Let's see. This is one location right here. So, let's just go and rock this now. There we go.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Oh my goodness. Hey, nobody say anything. Nobody say nothing. That aim was so bad. Woo! That was clean. Sheesh, did he just kill his own dude? Nope. Oh, bro, alright. I'm on point right now. I'm on point right now. Alright, come on. That was so whack, dude. What the hell? Every single one of them's gonna do that? Watch this, though.
Present for you.
Boom. That kills them automatically. For some reason, these type of zombies die instantly from flash grenades. I don't know why. Probably it has something to do with light. Something to do with light in, like, the story. You hit that dynamite. It didn't work? What? So if they're holding dynamite sticks, if your aim is good enough, you can shoot the dynamite right out of their hand and blow them up. Super sick. Yo. I want a new pistol so bad, dude. This thing is fully upgraded. Oh, hell no. Come on, bro. All right. Oh, so you can only pick 3 of them. That's probably these things that are written on the wall. So let's go ahead and look. We got that one. Looking like a DNA symbol. Where's the last one? Well, you know what? If I can pick 2 of them, we can probably figure out the other ones, right? Ooh, I don't know, actually. That looks a little complicated. I'm assuming it's tied to these. I'm only assuming that, though. Hold up. And this is the thing I gotta... Yep, that's it, too. Shoot. Okay, so we got that and that. That's one of them. I think there's another one out here, yeah. Okay. So they pretty much tell you which ones. You just got to look at the wall. So we've got this one. What's this last one? What's this look like? Okay, it kind of looks like a butterfly. So those are the 3 symbols right there. Yeah, if you guys are not a fan of puzzles and stuff, there are a decent bit of puzzles in, as definitely this game, but Resident Evil in general. Okay, so the other one's upside down. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Then we're going to have to restart it. This one, that one, and I believe that one. Wait a second. One more time. Do you have to do them in order? If it's in order, it would go something like... Alright, let's do it in order then. Let's do it in order then. Hey, 5838, God bless you, brother. Welcome to the Savage Army, bro. We're trying to find the savage within ourself. With the help, guidance, and assistance of the Holy Spirit, man. Welcome to the channel, bro. Let's see. I want to get through this little puzzle here. And then when we reach the next typewriter, we're going to end stream for the afternoon and then pick back up later on this evening, guys. Let's see. So this is the first one. That's the second symbol. And then the... Wait a second. Why is there so many, dude? Okay, that is the second symbol. Well, I guess I'll just use process of elimination, right? So, first one is this. The second one is this. And the third one is either this one or that one. I can't remember. 5838, God bless you, brother, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and hopefully I see you back later on this evening, guys. So the second stream is going to go live around 9 p.m. Let's see. This is first. That's second for sure. It's got to be this, right? Hold up. This. Really? Am I picking the wrong one for number 2? What symbol is that? Is that even on there? The only thing I can think of is maybe doing it backwards, honestly. It's definitely not that. There we go. Sick. It was only a matter of time. So now we only need one more. Oh, wow. The police left, but I gotta... Oh, bro, well, you don't want to do that, bro. We don't gotta do stuff like that, man. Just give that to God. God will take care of those people. But that's an absolute blessing that they let you alone, bro. Alright, so we got one. Only one more. What's this? Gunpowder? I might as well pick that up. I thought New Game Plus was going to be easier because I have all these weapons, but it's really not because I chose professional difficulty. And in this game, you cannot change the difficulty once you start the story. So we're locked in, guys. We're locked in on professional mode. On to the next one, bro. And the next one is on the other side of the freaking lake entirely. So here's what we're going to do. Once I get this other piece, we're going to be really close to the next boss fight. Once we get that unlocked, I think we're going to save it and we're going to pick back up this evening, starting out the stream with the fight with the troll. That would be an absolutely amazing, amazing start to the stream tonight. I think we're gonna have to do like the same type of puzzle. Yep. I guess let's go ahead and see if we can see these symbols, or is it just gonna be literally the same one? Because I don't remember what order that was in, honestly. Where would they have put the symbols? Oh, literally right here. Okay. Okay. That one, that's first, that's second, and then... You know what? I could kind of just guess now. So what I'm going to do, I know two of them, and we'll just guess the third one until we get it right. There we go. Process of elimination. The blasphemer's head. Big sheesh. And we're taking it to the church. And I got the last piece for that, so we definitely got to go ahead and grab that too. Let's go. I'm gonna go and do that first. I honestly don't even know what this gives me because I don't think I've ever completed this. Let's do it. Oh, now I have to match all these. Oh, bro, I agree. I totally agree. This remake is ridiculous, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I still really do enjoy the OG Resident Evil 4 for, you know, separate reasons and nostalgia. But if you have never played this game and you want to play it for the first time, the remake is definitely the best way to go. There's no doubt about it, guys. All right, so this is actually kind of easy to figure out. All you got to do is line up these rings on the outside. Here's what I gotta do. I gotta get this to line up. Bear with me, Savage Army. We're gonna get this. The way you have to do this is a little bit weird, though, because you flip 3 of them at the same time, bro. Day One Savage Austin said, I'm about to smoke for the first time today. Bro! And it's a day off? Day One Savage Austin, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm proud of you for that, man. I'm actually proud of you for that. Like, listen, there's nothing really wrong with smoking pot, guys. There really ain't. And, you know, I've already said that I don't know how many times. The biggest problem with it is it can dull the Holy Spirit, and overuse is definitely a problem when it comes to that. But just wait later in the day to start smoking, guys. That's all there is to it. And I feel like there's really nothing wrong with it at that point, you know? People raise their pitchforks and broomsticks and torches and everything over every little thing today, guys. Let them think whatever they're going to think about you guys. Weed is not sending you to hell, though, bro. And I'm actually really, really happy to hear that, Day One Savage Austin, specifically because most of the time, if I know you, you're a big wake and baker, bro. I used to be a big wake and baker myself. But ever since I got out of doing that, guys, like, the relationship with the plant just becomes such a more positive thing because it doesn't control your life. You know what I mean? Just make sure that, you know, it doesn't get in the way of anything else that is more important. You know what I mean? And what I'm doing here on YouTube, there's a really big purpose behind it. And to be able to make the impact that God intends for me to make, you know, I got to be obedient. That's really all there is to it, guys. But I'm not trying to encourage anybody else to do it. If I could, I'd smoke a joint literally right now, guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I'm proud to hear that straight up. He said, I like wait until I feel like I need to smoke. Yes, that means that you control it and it doesn't control you. That is exactly the point, guys. So just like Day One Savage Austin said, if you're a Christian and you're using pot, just don't make it a false idol, man. That's really all there is to it. Where I really started to go wrong is that, like, I should have never started, like, making content about weed again because it just sets the wrong type of precedent. You know what I mean? It really, really does. And I'm trying to reach so many people right now. The best thing for me to do is to be an example. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I got to quit right now, guys. If I had my way, I'd be sparking up right now. You know what? I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'll come back to that later this evening when we pick back up on this because I don't want to waste too much time trying to figure that puzzle out. It's not that difficult, though. Bro, that's what I'm talking about right there. Day One Savage Austin said, amen, I'm becoming better for sure. Bro, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. You know, there's a lot of people that would just love to tell you what time, like what kind of time frame it should take for you to be delivered of certain things. Like, they can kick rocks, bro. Those people can kick rocks, so they most likely ain't got the spirit in them anyway. And you can tell because of the way that they talk. Straight up, dude. That's all there is to it, bro. But I kind of broke this down the other day, but for anybody that didn't get a chance to listen, if you're going to hell for weed, you're going to hell for pretty much everything else, too. That means you're going to hell for cussing. You're going to hell for drinking coffee, because that's a drug. Ibuprofen's a drug. You're going to hell for taking your pills from the pharmacy. Any of that stuff will send you to hell, too. People don't think before they talk, man, you know? And that's it is what it is. All right, Savage Army, where are they directing me? I got to go all the way over here. Real quick, I guess since we're on the topic, right? Since we're on the topic of marijuana, okay? There might be some people who genuinely are curious. They might be genuinely curious as to why I'm saying that it's not sending you to hell. Well, it's not sending you to hell because we're not living in the law of Moses. So things like that don't matter the way that they used to. People really need to understand that. That's number one. Number two, I've been walking with Jesus for years, man, and it took me a decent bit of time to be delivered of certain things. So for somebody else to tell you when you should be, you know, delivered of something, that's not their place to say anyway. That's not even their place to say that anyway, guys. That's why we have to have a personal relationship with Jesus, man. And that's all there really is to it. So, you know, if you're using pot, just use it in moderation, guys. That's really all there is to it, man. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't believe in Jesus because of pot. It's silly. It really is. It's absolutely silly. You know what people really think now? It seems like to me that people really have it in their mind that you're not allowed to talk about your faith at all unless you're like Jesus himself. Like you're perfect like Jesus. I'm never going to be perfect like Jesus, guys. And nobody else is going to be neither. And this is like a big misconception that people think you have to be 100% perfect, bro. Why do you think nobody wants to be a Christian? Because that's how people act. That's not what the scripture says. The scripture says a bunch of stuff, but it does not say that. But that's a topic for another time, guys. When we do this next devotional, we're going to be talking a little bit about that too. Let's see. I got to back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. Do I think Elon Musk is the printing company for maybe? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not hating on nobody that reads the new Bible or nothing, but what I will say is that they've changed so many scriptures around, it's not even funny. And that's exactly what the devil does. So I keep it in King James, guys. But people just take it too far, man. They really do. People just take it absolutely way too far. And this is kind of what Jesus was opposing when he was alive, you know? There's people that literally would jump on here and try to say that I'm not a Christian because I'm playing a video game. Like, people just take it so far, it's not even funny, bro. It's crazy. It really is hilarious. Like, you just ain't allowed to do nothing. That's what they really think. But meanwhile, they're sinning left and right, but they just choose to hide it. Instead of being a real human being and just being themselves, they want to act like they're perfect and go around acting like a straight-up D-bag, bro. You're not representing Christ at all when they act that way, and they don't understand that. Somebody finally caught that, bro. I tried to get nifty with the title. He said residential evil. What? Listen, bro. Savage likes to get, you know, I like to play on words from time to time, you know? But I'm glad that somebody actually noticed that, man. And what's up, Coffin Death Rattle, my brother in Christ? God bless you, bro. And I truly hope you're having a good day. Unfortunately, you caught us at the tail end of the stream, but I am coming back later on tonight at 9 p.m. sharp, okay? So stay tuned for that, Savage Army, if you guys want to continue watching the Resident Evil, what's the word I'm thinking of? Playlist, because we're going to be basically marathoning Resident Evil until we get up to RE9. Just keeping it nice and weird. Hey, you already know what's up, bro. We like to get weird, Coffin Death Rattle. We like to get weird, bro. Straight up, we like to be different. All right, so we did what we got to do here. Now, this is where we're getting ready to go back to the church and basically fight this second boss fight, the troll. So, what I'm about to do is go ahead and search out a typewriter so we can go ahead and save it, guys. Let's see, where are we going? Just right over here. So while I'm doing that, Savage Army, I want to thank each and every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart for taking time out of your day to join the stream and kick it with us here for a little bit. And if any of you guys are able to do it tonight, stay tuned. 9 p.m. We're actually going to be going live again. So where we got to go? I got to turn. Wait a second. That is a typewriter, right? Hold up. That does get annoying sometimes, guys, how often you got to pull up the map in this game, but other than that, it's kind of nitpicky. Coffin Death Rattle said, recently I've been getting thousands of views and I'm catching up with you in subs, my dude. God bless you, bro. God bless you. Listen, I say this all the time, guys. Some of the stuff I talk about here is because I truly, genuinely do want to see all of you guys win, man. There's enough out here for everybody, bro. There really, really is, man. There's no reason for this competitive nature that we're seeing amongst everybody right now, but especially in the Christian community, guys. And what did we just talk about a little bit ago, guys, concerning views and stuff like that? The thing that I'll say, we touched on this earlier, guys, but don't, because, you know, when we're trying to spread the gospel of Jesus, right, and we're trying to spread the message of Jesus Christ, we can't be doing it only because of the satisfaction we get and that dopamine hit we get from getting views and stuff like that. Because when you're trying to attain your dreams, God will test you in certain ways to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. So we got to do it when we're not getting views too. We got to do it no matter what, guys, okay? And this is a big thing that I've been noticing lately. This is how the devil will end up getting us to quit. Because if we care more about the views than the message, the second you don't get the views that you're expecting, like it's happened to a lot of us here lately because YouTube is just doing its thing right now, then it'll make you want to quit, you know, because we're doing it for views instead of the message, the purpose, and the passion behind it, you know what I mean? And I've been tested with that lately, guys. I've been tested with that heavily lately, okay? Ever since I started doing the weed content again, my reach has not been the same. But that don't mean that we're going to quit here, because we're not here doing this for views and stuff like that, guys. It's very important to keep that in mind. But Coffin Death Rattle, I've been peeping you, bro. I've been peeping you. Class just started. I've been peeping you, too. All my fellow target individuals set apart, all my fellow TIs that are trying to do, you know, lead their life with purpose. I want each and every single one of you guys to succeed, man. Every single one of you guys. And there's enough out here for everybody. There really, really is. This mindset that, you know what I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world and all that, bro, it's garbage. It's absolutely garbage. There's enough here for everybody. Where is this typewriter? All right, we got to go through here. Almost made a wrong turn once again. That's the one thing about this game, man, that I will say. I wish they would update it with a patch so that you didn't have to do that. Because in Resident Evil 5, guys, and that's like a PlayStation 3 game, all you got to do is hit R1 and it literally brings up the mini-map. Like constantly. You don't have to keep pulling it up. That's the one thing that I'd say, but it's pretty petty at the end of the day. Oh, yeah, Coffin Death Rattle, bro. They've been trying to do the same thing to me. Listen, I knew that this was happening big time when I started seeing it happen to people that had really big accounts, like way bigger than mine, bro. The person that helped mentor me through my gang stalking was getting millions of views, like every single month, millions of views. His reach just went down 82% and they banned him on TikTok because he's talking about Jesus Christ. This is not a joke, guys. Listen, like, do you guys ever wonder why the content on social media that blows up like really, really crazy, like millions and millions of views, is some of the most stupid content you've ever seen? It's the brain rot stuff. That's because social media is designed to rot your brain. Any type of content where you're actually trying to put good stuff out there, good information that people can really use tangibly to change their life, they're going to try to limit your reach and inhibit your voice as much as possible, guys. I mean, and if you end up getting influence in the way that you really can influence other people, that's when you start getting targeted. That's when you might just get shot like old Charlie Kirk did not that long ago. And I think that was really eye-opening for all of us, right, guys? They murdered that guy in front of the world and basically just got away with it. We know that his wife had something to do with it, and she has a platform right now. This is serious, guys. I mean, I'm being dead honest. Isn't that disgusting? And nobody really questions it. Like, everything has become a joke now, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, real quick, Coffin Death Rattle, they tried to mute me. Oh, really? So you're trying to drop stuff in my chat and they're not even letting you do it? Well, that's interesting, Coffin Death Rattle, because you are the third person in a week that has told me that. So, dude, they're doing all kinds of weirdo stuff on my channel, guys. This is why I just do what I enjoy doing when I enjoy doing it. I'm not here to really be liked by anybody. I'm not here to be the person that other people want me to be. I'm who I am, you know what I mean? And, like, if I put too much happiness into this content stuff, bro, do you see where that could kind of not be a healthy thing? Like, and I've been learning this a lot the last, especially year doing YouTube and stuff like that, now that I'm actually making a little bit of money doing it. Do it to have fun with it, guys. Just do it to have fun with it, bro, because anytime you're trying to spread a message about Jesus Christ, especially, they don't want people hearing that stuff. They really, really don't. Just straight up, you know? So just do it because you enjoy doing it. So Coffin Death Rattle went through a similar thing that I've been going through, where they've implemented this digital, like this new identification verification thing on YouTube that essentially is ran by artificial intelligence, and it's just screwing up all types of stuff, guys. I haven't been able to edit videos the way that I normally do. There's certain things I can't even upload anymore because it just straight up will not let me. It won't let me respond to 50% of you guys' comments still. I've been dealing with that for over a month. So do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? I'm saying this for a reason. If I was doing this just to get views, little stuff like that would probably irritate me to the point that I just quit. You got to really be doing it because you're passionate about it. You know what I mean? Because we're going to get hit with stuff like that, guys. I mean, this content creation thing is funny. It really, really is. It's funny.
Hello, stranger.
They trying to control me like Joe Biden. Yeah, bro, straight up. I'm telling you guys, and the reason they're trying to shut the truth down right now is because we're living in those days, bruh. We are living in those days. Have we ever seen any other time like the time we're living in now, where it's literally life-threatening to openly protest your faith in Christ? It's life-threatening. We're seeing it. Not just with Charlie Kirk, bro. They were chopping off Christians' heads in Nigeria. That was just a couple months ago, guys. I mean, it really is. It's serious. And when they come in with this digital ID, your life's going to be on the line, too, to stand up for our faith in Christ, because we ain't taking that. As real believers, that's the mark of the beast, bro. They better be ready to kill me when the day it comes out. I'm being dead serious, guys. So, you know, it's all about we got to be willing to go through uncomfortable stuff to stand up for the truth, guys. And we're living in those days. Like, it's here. It's here, guys. So on that note, though, guys, we had a pretty decent stream early side this afternoon. I hope each and every single one of you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, smack it with a big, fat, juicy, savage thumbs up. Coffin Death Rattle, brother, it's nice to see you here today. And one more again, thank you so much for going out of your way to make that theme song for the channel. Absolutely busting. You have no idea. And I really like your editing, by the way. So I'm guessing that YouTube ended up fixing that identification verification for you so you can start editing videos and stuff again. I'm still kind of working through that. There's a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel right now, guys. I'm seeing stuff I've literally never seen since I started doing YouTube. But guys, listen, I'm the type of guy, if they ban my account like they just did to my big bro, I'll just make another one and another one and another one. They ain't never going to shut down the truth, bro. Same for each and every single one of you guys. When you start standing up for your faith and you start getting hit with that opposition from the world and the demonic influence that runs the world, listen, we just got to stand firm in the authority of, you know, who we're following. None of that stuff can touch any of us, bro. None of it. So don't submit to the fear. None of that type of stuff, guys. I know when I do the stuff I do, I'm just painting a bigger target on my back. I understand that. But I also understand that with true faith in Christ, none of that stuff matters, bro. But put your fear in God, and that's all we got to worry about, guys. But on that note, guys, I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your afternoon to join the stream. We actually had a pretty decent one early side today. Later on tonight at 9 p.m. sharp, we're actually going to be going live again, so stay tuned for that if you guys have the extra time to join. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Please, please, please stay prayed up, not laid up. You guys already know what's up with that. Stay blessed up in your mindset and your perspective, not stressed up for sure. That's why the Bible says so many times not to have any fear. Listen, a child of Christ ain't got nothing to fear. Everything always works out in our favor every single day. Every single day, even if it doesn't seem like that in the moment. Maybe sometimes we're going through hard stuff because God's trying to protect us from something that we can't see coming. You know what I mean? So on that note, guys, please, please, please keep it in the light and with the Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy and Heavenly Father. Stay blessed, beautiful, sexy, and savage. And I'm going to be catching you guys later on tonight at 9 p.m., bro. Inked Up Jesus said, sorry, I'm getting stuff done over here. God bless you, bro. It don't matter. You guys can literally watch anytime. Anytime. I got a lot of people that literally listen to the streams while they're at work. That truly does touch my heart. Coffin Death Rattle said, God bless you, man. I'm going to get off here and get off the bus. I appealed it instead of going through a month of the crap. I guess I could appeal that too. You guys got to understand something with my account, and this is something I don't talk about very often. Ever since, listen, they gang stalked me for a year. They did not intend for me to be alive right now. They thought that I would be dead or in jail. They really were banking on that. And what I deal with my channel every single day is every single live I do, every short I do, every video I put out, I've got a group of weird, dry lemon pepper haters that literally report my content every single time I drop something. And it's gotten to the point where that's even started to affect my channel. So these little things add up over time. But, you know, this is what you could look at like a test, okay? God is testing me to make sure that I'm doing this for the right reason, right? We're not doing this for views. I'm definitely not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for anything but helping people, okay? And I'm being tested on that right now. And when you guys start doing stuff like this too, he's going to test you in the same exact way. So it's really cool that I can kind of show you guys how this stuff works and what this path looks like. Not just the good stuff, but the ugly side of it too, because it doesn't look like a straight line, guys. Your walk with Jesus is really like a roller coaster, okay? Sometimes we take 2 steps back to take 5 steps forward, if that makes any type of sense, guys, okay? So with that being said, I love each and every single one of y'all, and I really do truly hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Stay prayed up as much as humanly possible, and hopefully I see you guys later on tonight. I love you guys from the bottom of my savage heart, and I'll catch you guys later on this evening, man. Peace out, Savage Army.